Virginia have approved a congressional redistricting plan that could help Democrats win up to 4 additional U.S. House seats in this year's midterm elections.
We don't have the population of Northern Virginia.
Ruth Ann McCartney voted in South Hill.
As a rural area, we just need to be heard.
She was a no.
I just want to be even.
Tangerine Gost voted yes.
Democrats and Republicans, to me, they're going to do what they want to do anyway.
Joanne Lucy's theory?
I'm wondering if maybe it's just because of Trump.
But their votes may not be the final say. The question still faces legal challenges, including before the state Supreme Court. I'm Ben Thomas.
And Virginia's Republican leaders, including former Governor Glenn Youngkin, accuse the Democrats of advancing an unconstitutional process that will disenfranchise millions of Virginians. Sounds like the Iranians are severely testing President Trump's patience.
Iran opened fire on a container ship in the strait on Wednesday morning, and a second was attacked a short time later, according to the British military's United Kingdom Maritime Trade Operations Centre. Iranian state television then reported that the ships were in the Revolutionary Guard's custody and were being taken to Iran.
Correspondent Charles De Ledesma. Ukraine's foreign minister says Kiev is pushing for direct talks between President Zelensky and Russian President Putin. In the meantime, the war drags on. Russian authorities say a Ukrainian drone strike in Russia demolished a residential building, killing a woman and a child. Ukraine has also developed long-range drones targeting Russia's military infrastructure. Watching Wall Street this morning, Dow futures are up 309 points. The Nasdaq futures ahead 210. S&P futures better by 44 points. More on these stories at townhall.com.
If you're hearing my voice, chances are you're either worried about a parent living alone or you are that parent. And you know your family worries about you too. Either way, there's a company that finally got senior safety right. Connected Caregiver. Connected Caregiver is everything you knew about alert devices, fall detection, emergency button, GPS, reimagined for today. There's a small wearable that alerts your family's phone the moment something happens. Inside your home, discrete sensors, no cameras, no microphones, just motion sensors have you covered even when you're not wearing it. No movement for hours, your loved ones will know. For the kids, you go from hoping everything's okay to knowing it is. And for you, you stay in your home on your terms while giving your precious family the peace of mind they've been asking for. That's not losing independence, that's keeping it. Visit ccgoffer.com to see if you qualify for a free device. It takes 2 minutes. That's ccgoffer.com, ccgoffer.com. Do it today.
Cuban exiles hope that if the communist regime collapses in the face of economic pressure from the Trump administration, it will bring compensation for the property, homes, and businesses they lost to the communists 6+ decades ago.
Raul Valdez-Fauli, a Cuban-American and the former mayor of Coral Gables in Florida, says his family lost everything when in 1960, Fidel Castro's government confiscated banks, sugar mills, and the 200 largest industries.
My father and my uncle, who was the president of the bank, were sitting in their office, and somebody came in with a machine gun and said, "You are a bunch of worms, gusanos. Get out of here. This now belongs to the people, to the revolution."
Valdez-Fauli is one of many Cuban Americans who are hoping that if there's U.S. military action and regime change in Cuba, they'll finally get back what was taken from them. I'm Donna Warder.
Find more news and analysis at townhall.com. The FAA is planning to upgrade outdated air traffic and safety systems, says it will take just 3 years.
Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy gave an update after Congress approved $12.5 billion to get it started.
Our people deserve the most technologically advanced air traffic control system, and that's what we are going to deliver.
If it's successful, the overhaul would cut down on delays and cancellations and add more capacity, replacing aging radars, radios, and networks, while adding surface awareness systems at 200 airports.
It's a big project, and we're going to make sure that we keep the airspace safe as we do an incredible overhaul.
Jennifer King, Washington.
President Trump's nominee to serve as chairman of the Federal Reserve, Kevin Warsh, has told a Senate hearing that he never promised the White House that he would cut interest rates. And President Trump has repeatedly urged the Federal Reserve to do so. More on these stories, townhall.com.
What in the wide, wide world of sports is going on here? promise you, whatever scum did this, not one man on this force will rest for 1 minute until he's behind bars. Now let's grab a bite to eat. Yeah, come on.
I feel the hot wind on my shoulder and the touch of a world that is older. I hit the switch and check the number. I leave it on and then I slumber. I hear the rhythm ringing through it. Flamenco guitar and cumbia music. I hear the talking of the DJ. The devil said, what does he say? I'm on a Mexican radio. I'm on a Mexican radio.
Broadcasting live from high atop the J.P. White Building in downtown Roswell, New Mexico. It's Mornings with Mike Winters on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Is that what I sound like when I talk?
Now, here's your host, Mike Winters.
And good morning, one and all. Welcome to Mornings with Mike Winters. I am he. That would be me, Mike Winters. Happy middle of the week, everybody.
Yep.
Made it to Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Yeah.
A little wetness day, actually. It was kind of moist this morning.
Yeah, I guess we got something. A little dippling.
I think it's just morning dew, maybe.
Yeah, maybe. Just well, it's the humidity's at 93%. So
yeah, there you go.
That some of that.
Yeah,
I reckon. But
it was just that morning reminder that, oh yeah, I do need to get my windshield wipers replaced.
Well, I know we had like little chances of sprinklings and stuff, but I didn't really notice any.
No.
It kind of got a little cloudy, like maybe you want it to, but I don't know where it's doing.
A little bit.
Yeah.
I mean, even that didn't really hang around very long.
Yeah. So. But anyway, just warm weather and breezy conditions for the next several days.
Heading for warm weather.
Yeah, 90s today. 91 today. Tomorrow we're looking at a high of 88. But both days, like 15 to 20 for winds this afternoon. Tomorrow, 15 to 20, gusting to 30 tomorrow. Friday, we're going to be an 86. Winds, 5 to 15, not so bad. And then weekend, 80s, upper 80s. They say Sunday's going to be windy, so kind of like it is normally.
It's springtime in southeastern New Mexico. It's a grab bag.
Yes.
You never know what you're going to get.
Absolutely. But happy Wednesday.
Yes,
Hope all of you are having a swell day thus far.
It has been quite nice.
NFL draft starts tomorrow.
Yes, it does.
For football fans. I know there are many looking forward to that. Cowboys fans, just so you know, if you're not near a television, you can always tune into our sister station, 92.9 The Brand, for first-round coverage of the NFL Draft tomorrow night. Coverage begins, I believe, at 5 p.m.
Now, I know there's a lot of, like speculation going into it, and then people tend to kind of have ideas of who's going to go where, including the players themselves. But, I mean, has it ever really occurred that a player's disappointed they get drafted?
Oh, yeah, it happens all the time.
Yeah, because, I mean,
Elway was one of those people.
You look at him and you're like, well, they always look excited, just happy to be here, you know? Fresh-faced, happy to be here. But then you're like, do you really want to go to Jacksonville?
Yeah. No, that Elway was that way.
Really?
John Elway was drafted by the Colts.
Okay.
And he was like refusing to play.
Huh.
And said if I went, and then he it ended up going to, because he could have gone to play baseball, and so if the Colts draft me, I'm not going to play for him.
Now I understand after the fact.
No, he was before the draft.
I mean, like in the moment with the cameras on.
Oh, no.
That's what I mean.
Yeah,
like,
not in the moment.
The Dallas Cowboys select Breckenmeyer or whatever, and he's like.
And then there was I wish I remembered it clearer. I don't, but there was something similar with Eli Manning when he was drafted, because there was Eli, and then there was the big busto dude. What was his name? It was the other big name quarterback that turned out to be a huge flop, and I want to say the Chargers drafted Eli, and the Giants got the flop, and neither wanted that guy, so they traded their picks because I think neither one. And so, spoiler alert, Giants made out on this one because of Eli Manning, Super Bowls and all that stuff. And the other guy is
and lifetime with the team, basically.
Well, and the other guy went to jail and went to, like he's cleaned up his life since, but first round NFL pick, no,
Yeah.
never amounted to that. I can't remember the guy's name though. Just there's a bunch of people yelling at their screen right now. I can't remember the name.
I heard it was a story about a guy. There was a guy who he was a professional, I think it said baseball player,
Mm-hmm.
and then he was incarcerated for 10 years, and he was homeless, and then he's like, he started like a clothing store or something, and now he's kind of on his way back up. But it's like, that's a roller coaster of a story. It's like you go from being like, photographed when you're out with your family at a restaurant to, I'm incarcerated for 10 years.
Yeah. Well, that's like, you ever seen the movie The Hurricane?
Uh-huh.
It came out in was that the 90s, early 2000s?
I want to say, yeah.
It was Denzel Washington,
Yeah.
based off a true story.
Right.
Where Denzel Washington's character was, I think, wrongly accused of a murder,
Mhm.
and ended up spending like 20 years in prison before but he was a boxer, and he was like young, promising, like he could have had but then jail, and then he spent basically the rest of his
1999 is when that came out.
99. Okay.
Yeah. 99. Less than 99. But I remember that, and then the story that it was based on. They ended up doing. I was listening to a show, and they were talking about the hurricane, and they ended up kind of turning it into a Scooby-Doo thing, where it was like it was a murder mystery, and they tried to tear the guy's face off. At the end, it was just real skin.
Another movie that came out right around the same time as that one, I think maybe a little earlier, that also was like that was it wrongly accused sitting in prison movies, and he wasn't an athlete. It's a movie called In the Name of the Father. If you remember that movie, it starred Daniel Day-Lewis.
Okay.
And it kind of was, I don't think it was like box office hit. Like it was critically acclaimed and all that, but I don't think it made a bunch of money.
Right.
I want to say it was like the movie that, because if I remember right, like Last Mohicans came out, and that kind of made Daniel Day-Lewis like a household name in acting world. This was like the movie that came out after that, like In the Name. And it's a really good movie. It's a serious movie about, it's Irish, where basically a guy gets lumped in with the IRA and gets thrown in prison. And he was a protesting kid from the 60s. And he ended up basically serving his life in prison for IRA stuff that he really didn't do. So it's basically the point of the movie.
The whole IRA thing it's a whole mess of a situation.
But if you want to hear people talking Irish accents for 2 hours, oh boy, howdy, it's a good movie.
I do. That's like most of the reason I watch movies. Actually, I was going to mention real quick. You were talking about the hurricane a second ago.
Yeah.
You said his name wrong.
Whose name?
Denzel's.
Oh.
He went on a talk show. I think it was one. I want to say it was like one of those BBC shows.
I say Denzel, don't I?
And, yeah. Well,
most people
that's
do.
the thing. We all do.
Yeah.
Everybody does. His mom calls him Denzel.
Well, that's the most
But-
authority. She named the kid.
I agree. But he's like everybody calls me Denzel because that's what my mom always called me. But my name is Denzel.
Well, that's your mama's fault.
That's right.
Blame
My
mama. That's right. Man on fire. All right, we got a full slate for you for today. Let's get her going. Mark Green with Harvest Ministries is going to join us here in just a few. Give us an update there. Always looking for volunteers and, of course, donations.
Yes.
In the 8 o'clock hour, we're going to talk character counts this week. Character Counts Week. They're honoring the badge. They're teachers of character, all of that. Tim Fuller, Amy McVeigh-Tejas will join us and give us the rundown of some of the things that are going on this week there. And then Gary Thrine with the Roswell Chamber will join us in the 9 o'clock hour, give us an update on the upcoming events happening through the Chamber, some ribbon cuttings and business after hours and stuff like that.
Indeed.
So,
Also, Happy Earth Day.
There you go. Happy Earth Day.
So, plant a tree, recycle.
It's always around my birthday, the Happy Earth Day.
Yeah.
Or Earth Day, not Happy Earth Day,
Well,
just Earth Day.
We want Happy Earth.
Yeah.
I'd like to have a Happy Earth.
Is it always the same date, or is it?
I believe it is. Yeah,
okay.
I think it's the 22nd.
Okay, yeah, because I know it's always around my birthday, which is same with the NFL draft. Like,
Or it might, because I don't think it would be the third Thursday or whatever, or Wednesday or whatever it is.
Yeah,
that doesn't really track. So I think it is specifically the 22nd.
Got it. So And then
probably signifies something. I'll know more.
I'm sure there's a date for it that I don't know off the top of my head, but I'm sure there's a significant thing to it. A Google search will tell us.
It will indeed.
It is 7:15. Let's do this. Let's get you up to date on the weather.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. Pretty hot today. We're headed for the low 90s. The wind will be a little bit gusty, a mix of sunshine and clouds for a while, but we get a sunny afternoon. Overnight will be clear, mid to upper 50s, and then we're in the upper 80s for the afternoon high on Thursday. It looks like we'll stay sunny. Mid 80s and sunny on Friday. We'll stay warm and fair all the way through the weekend with gusty wind. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
Roswell Hyundai's spring sales event is flying in, and these deals are out of this world. Right now at Roswell Hyundai, get 0 down, no payments for 90 days, and 0% APR for up to 72 months on select models. Roswell Hyundai wants to get you behind the wheel, even if your credit is less than stellar. Our experts will work hard to make it happen for you. But don't wait. Fly over to Roswell Hyundai while the selection is at its best. The spring sales event on now at Roswell Hyundai, 1909 West 2nd. When you or your loved one is miles away from the nearest hospital, Trans-Aero Medevac has you covered. Out in the oil field, accidents can't wait. The Trans-Aero Helicopter Medical Evacuation Response Team gets critical care to you fast. No matter how remote the site, when every second counts, trust the fastest lifeline in the sky, Trans-Aero Medevac. Proudly serving Southeast New Mexico and West Texas. Loan for free thanks to the partnership from the City of Artesia and Trans-Aero Medevac. Life support by...
Whether you're a homeowner, a landscaper, or a contractor, we all have reasons to dig. If you're planning to dig, this is just a friendly reminder that locating underground utilities is important. It's actually the law. Call 811 3 days before you dig. New Mexico Gas Company is one of the utilities that will come out free of charge to mark our underground lines up to the meter, so you'll know what's below. We're New Mexico Gas Company, and our priority is keeping you safe. That's why we're here. Learn more at nmgco.com.
Please vote for Dan Lewis, Conservative Republican for State House District 66. God, family, and community come first for me. Just like the values I was raised on here in New Mexico, a proud Artesia resident for 50 years, I've raised my family in this great community, earned my MBA from New Mexico State. I'll fight Santa Fe for the common sense solutions that protect our citizens from the woke policies and restore America's founding principle. Dan Lewis for District 66.
Damn right, Dan's the man.
Paid for by Dan Lewis for State Representative.
Looking to start, continue, or complete your higher education journey? Join the more than 5,700 current Greyhounds on their journey to student success. Eastern New Mexico University offers the most affordable higher education degree in the Southwest, and New Mexico residents can go to school tuition-free with the New Mexico Opportunity Scholarship. With online or in-person degrees, ENMU is the right choice for you. For more information, visit enmu.edu. ENMU, student success, that's what we're about.
This summer, enjoy outdoor family fun with seamless Wi-Fi, now available from Plateau. Great news, Roswell. Construction on Zone 39 is officially complete. Save on the speed you need with Plateau. Switch today and get reliable, blazing fast speed to stream more, game more, and surf more than ever before. Plus consistent billing and no data caps. And with Plateau, you'll save more too. Call 1-877-PLATEAU or log on to plateautel.com today. Plateau. Tried, true, trusted.
At Richland Motors, it's never been easier to sell or trade your current car, truck, or SUV for a newer model to hit the road in. Even if you don't purchase from Richland, they want to buy your vehicle for top dollar. But if you do buy from Richland, don't forget, they're the home of the powertrain warranty for life. That's a whole lot of confidence for you. See Richland for details. 2nd and Sycamore and 1309 Southeast Main.
Artesia General Hospital presents Expert Advice for a Healthy Spring. Seasonal transitions can affect your immune system and respiratory health. Combat allergies by monitoring pollen forecasts and using prescribed treatments consistently. Increase physical activity gradually to avoid strain after a less active winter. Prioritize hydration and balanced nutrition, focusing on fresh produce rich in antioxidants and vitamins. Spring is also an ideal time for preventive screenings and annual checkups. Early detection remains one of the most powerful tools in healthcare. Healthy habits this season build a foundation for wellness all year long. Healthy Tips, proudly presented by Artesia General Hospital. Ready to help take care of you and your family.
Here's a Mornings with Mike Winters fun fact. Due to extreme pressure and weather conditions, it literally rains diamonds on Neptune and Uranus. Stop snickering because I said Uranus. Here's Mike Winters.
Or snicker. I don't care. It's your world. Good morning. It is 20 minutes after 7 o'clock. And joining us in studio this morning, Mark Green back with us from Harvest Ministries, and also Tom Langowski. Did I say that right?
You did.
With Waymaker Church this morning as well. Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning.
Thanks for taking time to join us this morning. Always great to see you guys. And
thanks for having us
and,
on.
of course, for folks that don't know, there's always great things going on at Harvest Ministries. Not only do they serve as a place to distribute food to help those in need directly, but they kind of serve as the conduit for other food agencies and things through the area to do the same thing in their little corners of town here. So a lot of great stuff going on through Harvest Ministries. So it's good to see you guys going and, keep going and, it just things are going strong and well. Always could use more volunteers and more food, but
always use.
But
more
the doors are open
food,
and people are getting needs tended to. So good things are happening.
Yeah,
so.
We've got a great crew. We've got great employees and wonderful volunteers, and they make it all happen.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
it's kind of a well-oiled machine. I mean,
it is a very well-oiled machine, and I would like to take credit for it, but I inherited it from Pastor Rubenstein. I don't know if you ever met him.
All you had to do was not screw it up.
Exactly. That's pretty much. We've been able to improve it a little bit, but it was in pretty good shape when I got it 13 years ago.
Absolutely. But I know last time we talked to you a couple months ago here, we were kind of doing a push for more volunteers. The thing is, Harvest Ministries has had such a devout group of volunteers for many years, but they are suffering from the same problem that we all suffer from. They get older.
Yeah, exactly,
the backs get worse. Things plus their lives change. The grandchildren, they want to travel. They've retired. They want to go see the world. They can't devote as much time here as they'd like to. So we kind of, you were by default saying we need another generation of volunteers to kind of to fill the void. So I was just kind of seeing how that challenge is going.
It's our distribution is the morning.
Mm-hmm.
So most people, if they're younger, they have jobs. They can't come and volunteer. So a lot of our volunteers are retirees. Not all of them, but most of them are.
Sure. Well, they have more time to do these things.
Yeah, so, they do. And sometimes their values change as they get it. You get into your upper years,
Absolutely.
And you feel like, you know what, I need to do something of value with my last few years. And
things that were important in your 20s and 30s aren't always as important in your 60s or 70s or 50s.
Well, you've got to make your mark on the world, and you've got business and family to raise and all of that.
Absolutely.
So we have amazing volunteers. Most of them are retirees, not all of them, but most are. And we've had several of them actually pass away in the last couple of years.
It's unfortunate, but that's what
it is. But you know what, Mike? They worked up until they could not work anymore.
Wow. They were just that dedicated.
Dedicated, and we still have one lady who's been there for 20 years, and just almost every day. It's hard to find that kind of dedication.
Absolutely. Well, and I'm going to take a guess too. What you find is, and this is something why I would encourage other volunteers to come out here, is what happens is that the volunteers come out looking to serve and but what happens is their soul gets fed more than like they feel like they're getting more out of it than what they're putting into it. And that's, it is true that way.
Mm-hmm.
And you're helping and you're making a difference. But when you see people's lives being changed, when you see things happen, it feeds your soul, and it feeds, and not to mention, as we get older, friends, your social circles get smaller, things happen. And so this is probably their plug into social.
It is for a lot of people, yeah. And we have great camaraderie there, and great fellowship, and people come in, and even before we start, they'll come in and just have coffee and sit around and talk.
Sure.
And that sort of thing. And then when it's time to run, we all run. So
we all got to warm up. So, when we're older, it's like, hey, I just can't turn on the motor and go. I got to warm up for a minute.
We really do have great fellowship, and that's why people stay there so long.
Yeah.
We do have volunteers that have been there for many. We have several who have been there over 10 years, and some of them there before I came. And so we do have great volunteers, but we always need more.
Always could use more.
We need 12 to 15 every day. And at least 12 to 15, that's a minimum. We really could do more with 17 to 20.
Sure.
And that way
more
we
people,
get
more services, actually.
right.
More,
Well, there are a few days that we have to put up a sign, no showers today, because we're 1 or 2 people
don't have
short,
enough staff.
You know, not often, but sometimes.
Sure.
And Tom is one of our great volunteers. Tom is there almost every day. And a lot of people don't know, but underneath
How's your back, Tom?
underneath Harvest Ministries, we have a basement that's almost as big as the upper story.
Okay.
And that's where all of our food is stored.
That's where the main storage area is.
And Tom is in charge of the basement. He's in charge of all of our overstock. He determines how much we give out, what we have to push, and that sort of thing. So,
kind of the keeper of the inventory. So
yeah, it's exactly what he is.
Okay.
He does a great job at it.
I imagine that's a kind of a Herculean effort because, it's constantly coming and going. It's not like things go in there and sit, because it's, as soon as you comes through your doors, it's probably earmarked for something pretty quickly. So.
I've been there about 3 years, and I would tell you that it constantly changes. I've been there when the shelves were empty.
Sure.
We are overblessed right now to the point where we are overflowing and we are moving stuff up.
Well, but the reality is we're about to go into the dry season.
That's right.
Because once school and we hit the summer months, people go on vacation. Just a true statement is a lot of food comes from schools, from food drives and things they do. Yeah. Well, all those resources dry up in the summertime here. So we are blessed now, but I'll tell you, a month from now, it could be the complete opposite. Well. We have things to offshoot it. We're going to talk with some letter carriers here in a week or two, but this is why we do these things. So yes, like you said, Tom, we're blessed now, but a blink of the eye, it's gone.
It's often feast or famine.
Yeah, exactly.
But before we leave it, I do want to make that push for volunteers too, because. You said something earlier. In my adult life, I spent 27 years in the Army and about a decade teaching. Mm-hmm. And when I retired 3 years ago and started at Harvest, I've never been more fulfilled. I've never been busier. It is one of the most amazing things and satisfying things that I've ever done.
Absolutely. And I would imagine I'm a veteran myself, so I know the military brain a little bit, and especially if you do it for 20 years, you love routine. I don't care what you say.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
You may have grumbled about it for 20 years, but you love it. And that's probably why you're in charge of the basement.
And Tom is a numbers guy too, and I love it because I'm not a numbers guy.
Yeah.
And man, he knows.
Sure.
As far as dates, first in, first out, first expired, first out.
Yeah.
He's got it all fine tuned down there, and my brain doesn't think that way. I'm more philosophical, more,
But you need both.
I would definitely
you need the
both,
philosophical, but when the philosophical gets too philosophical, you need the numbers guys and the practical.
I'm
people
more idealistic, and people like Tom are more practical.
The body of Christ is made up of many different members.
That's right.
But conversely, usually the meticulous people. They can't see the forest from the trees sometimes. Like they can't think the big picture, but they can put what's right in front of them in order. You know what I mean? It's like they're the one bite at a time elephant. How do you eat an elephant? One bite of a type of.
I think Tom does a good job of doing both.
Yeah,
he really does. Yeah.
It takes a gift to be able to do both. I'm kind of.
He's also a great teacher, a great speaker. So he teaches. He covers me for devotions a lot of times. He teaches at church. So he's.
He's utility guy.
Yeah, and he teaches way up here. I was in one of his classes one time, and he was talking about numbers and dates and prophecies and all of that. And he said, and I'm sure that I know what y'all are thinking right now. And my wife looked over and she said, he has no idea what I'm thinking right now because he lost me back. But Tom he's a very, very detailed person, and he's a blessing. I mean, he's, from retiring from the military and then retiring from teaching and coming into this, and between Harvest and Waymaker, he's definitely full time. He's not retired. He just
I'm about to say, it sounds like you're probably working harder now than you did when you had a 9-to-5 job.
But it's a labor of love, though.
Sure.
And it's the Gospel Crusade that's coming up too. I mean, we've been just pouring into that for the last 2 months, and it's going to come to a culmination here on May 2nd, and we're excited about that. This is our third one in the last year and a half.
Very good.
And it's coming to the point where it's become standard that we do about 2 a year.
Okay.
But this one's over at Altrusa Park, and
Okay.
it's going to be at noon on May
the 2nd.
Yep. We're going to give away, free lunch for the first 175, and then we're going to have gift cards for gas and
wow.
also grocery gift cards, too, to give away as well. But we got a great lineup, for the gospel message. Pastor Sean, who couldn't be here this morning, he's the primary speaker.
Okay.
But we got many testimonies.
He's wrestling the pipes.
Yeah. and we got wonderful worship music come from Pastor Caleb from Gateway Church. And Pastor Josh from Waymaker will be there too.
I love when we have multi-church events. It's great to see when churches from all, it's because you always get that feeling, because at the end, churches always competing for the same dollar sometimes here, but at the end of the day, it's like we all are on the same page here. We're all followers of Christ. We all believe the same thing here. We can have a moment in the park together. We can have a celebration together. We can study the Word of God together.
One of my favorite things is when we get together for community prayer, and they just had that last Sunday. Unfortunately, I was sick and wasn't able to be there, but it's one of my favorite times. That, and we got National Day of Prayer coming up.
Yeah.
So it's always first.
This first part of May is always a busy time of year for that time of
first Thursday in May.
Yeah, for recognizing and
I love that when all the churches come together and the dignitaries and officials from the city and the county and everybody comes together and we all join together in prayer. I think that's awesome.
Sure. Plus, it's kind of neat. And plus, this is why Easter week is so neat for me, because it is kind of we got a lot of smart clergy type pastors and things, and generally speaking, they all kind of get together and have, especially during like Holy Week, Easter week,
right?
Every day it's like, hey, where are we going now for the gathering of the pastors? Basically, I love that kind, because theologically speaking, there's a lot of smart people in that room to talk about that and to have them, it's kind of, from a history perspective, I kind of like that side of things, but that's just me.
Well, I would like also to give a shout out to New Mexico, Eastern New Mexico Medical Center. They had a second year now. They've had a peanut butter drive for us.
Okay.
And Brooke Lithicum and Warren Yale, who's the CEO there.
Yeah.
They oversaw that, and so between them and all the medical personnel and the first responders and all came together, and 7,000 jars of peanut butter.
That's a lot of peanut butter.
So we need somebody else to do a food drive to do 7,000 jars of jelly now,
right.
so we can have some PB&J going out. But
you could start a war. Well, you could have done it with the peanut butter too, because you could have had the crunchy camp and the creamy camp.
Yeah.
I guess with jelly, it's the strawberry grape camps.
Right.
Personally, I know. Well, it's a divided house here on the radio station. Sean's team strawberry. I'm team grape.
In our house too. My wife is grape and I'm strawberry. So. But anyway, they did a great job, and it wasn't just for us; it's for Loaves and Fishes and some of the other food pantries here in town.
Eastern New Mexico Medical Center, they're always involved in doing things for the community and things, and it's great to see that.
It is. We have a great community. We really, really do. And something else that's coming up. Well, not until September, but this is going to be the 25th anniversary for Harvest Ministry.
Wow.
So Pastor Ruby started this ministry 2001. And
time flies, doesn't it?
Yeah, he ran it for 13 years. Now I've run it for 13 years, and this is our 25th. Yeah, we overlapped a little bit, but this is our 25th anniversary.
Nice.
We'll be having that in September, and more information will be coming about
more
that
to
later
come on that, but
that's right.
A shindig or something to be
planned. It's going to be big.
Stay tuned.
It's going to be big.
Oh, good.
We also have a pop-up food drive that we're doing.
Okay.
This next Saturday.
All right.
This coming Saturday.
A pop-up food distribution.
What did I say?
Okay.
Food distribution, not food drive. Right. The opposite.
I was like, can I donate?
It's going to be Altrusa Park.
Okay.
And
this Saturday, April 25th.
This Saturday.
Okay.
And Waymaker and Gateway are teaming together. Yeah, I love it when churches come together.
Absolutely.
And they sponsor an event like last Thanksgiving. Grace Church sponsored the pop-up for our Thanksgiving food drive, our food box distribution.
Gotcha.
And so Waymaker and Gateway are doing this one. I'll let Tom tell a little bit about that.
Okay.
Yeah, this one's going to be on this Saturday on the 25th. and it's going to start at 11:30.
Okay.
We have we did a food box packing party last Friday, so we know we have 150 of them.
Okay. So we got at least 150 boxes to give away.
We have 150 boxes to give away. It's
Excellent.
first come, first serve.
Sure.
If you are coming to that food distribution, we ask that you basically, Altrusa Park is on 700 South Missouri Avenue, and if you come to the park on Missouri Avenue from north to south, we'll line them up and just keep that intersection clear just by the park there.
Gotcha.
We'll
we don't want to
in.
get a log jam there at the,
we
at the
don't.
park, so
And
we don't want to make the neighbors around the area too upset either when
Right.
they can't get to their houses and what have you.
but I think we have a process in place that will keep that line moving once we start at 11:30.
Okay. And I imagine it'll go pretty quick. So because like I said, it's 150 boxes, first come, first serve. You probably want to get there. If you're there at 11:30, you're going to be in line. I guarantee it. It's just but that being said, get there. We'll help, and as long as we got boxes to give, we'll pass them out here, and we do appreciate all the folks that help put those boxes together and do all that stuff. And more volunteers, more donations is the more boxes we can do at these events.
Yes, sir.
But come out to Altrusa Park this Saturday, and you know what? After you get your boxes, stick around, let the kids play in the park, and that's. Is that the newest park? It's one of the newer parks.
It's a beautiful park.
Yeah, it's a beautiful park. I'm not sure it's the newest park, but it's certainly one of the newer parks in town and things like that. And, of course, that's the one that's kind of the model for the people on the spectrum and things. The Altrusa Park, the park is there designed to allow kids that are on the spectrum to enjoy it as much as kids not on the spectrum. So it's kind of an all-inclusive park.
And I know that Missouri Avenue Elementary, they use it quite a bit too for their outdoor activities.
Yeah.
And
so when you're not there looking for food, come enjoy the park. But like we said, also too, always looking for volunteers here. If folks want to continue or are interested in an opportunity, of course, we are getting into the summer months. Kids might be coming home for college for the summer and things, looking for opportunities. We can get a few younger backs, and maybe let the retirees point where the boxes need to go, and let those young backs put the boxes.
And every summer we do have some families who come and volunteer with the kids. We do have some students that are off for summer break and they come and volunteer.
Yeah,
and so we do need more consistent volunteers right now. I've got one lady that's been a great volunteer. She's moving back to the Northeast at the end of this month. So we'll be losing her. So
life happens. Yeah.
It does, yeah. So we have great people, but like you said, life happens and people come and go. So we really do need more volunteers. And the thing about volunteering at Harvest Ministry, it's for a great cause. Mm-hmm. And you get to see the results right there while you're working.
Absolutely.
But also we just have. Mike, we just have fun. We got great camaraderie. We work hard, but we're always laughing, kidding, joking with everybody, and rarely do we have drama there. It's just a really, really amazing place to volunteer.
Well, and people are happy. You come in, the volunteers are there, they're happy doing things, and the people coming in are usually pretty happy. They're getting fed, they're getting needs taken care of, so they're appreciative, most of them. So it's usually a pretty happy, go lucky type place for most of the time.
It is,
but the times it gets rough is those times where the basement's empty. So we need to keep those donations rolling in.
Yeah.
Just put it on your radar. Mark is going to come back here in a week or two to talk more about this. But coming up here in May with the annual Letter Carriers Food Drive, we're going to be asking you to leave your bags of food out by your mailboxes again. That's coming up here in a couple weeks, the first part of May here. That by far is one of the big food suppliers that get Chavez County, Roswell area through the summer.
Yeah, that is our largest food drive, and it's national. It's not just local or state.
Sure, yeah. There's these drives done all over the country.
Right.
But the one here is specifically for Harvest.
And that's not it's not just for us. So we collect it, but we distribute it to all the other food pantries that are Roadrunner agencies.
But your food does stay here local. That's what we want to say. It stays
our food
right
always
here.
stays local.
Yeah, our food stays right here.
It's always Chavez County.
When you donate your cans of soup or your rice-a-roni or whatever. Or
the exception was, for example, Ruidoso during the floods and the
flooding
fires.
Emergency
right,
situation.
There was an emergency, so we took stuff up to Lincoln County, but it all stays local.
That's right. Every time I go to Lincoln County, I take food back with me. So
yeah.
I do it every time.
But I don't know if I remember if I said this last time, but always before we kept trying to bump that 1 million pounds, and we were like just, last year, the year before, we were just under 2,000. Under that, I thought, man, just one more truck and we'd had 1 million. Well, last year we went over 1 million.
We broke the record this time.
1,009,182 pounds
That's
last
awesome.
year. So yeah, we broke the 1 million pound line. Yeah.
Well, sorry, we may have to increase the maintenance for the letter trucks for them out there. Put some weight on them shocks.
That wasn't the letter carriers. I mean, that's just
harvest. That's it overall. Okay,
yeah, that's just harvest. What we processed last year.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Good deal. Well, and that's just it. There's some because that's like you said. You're the distributing. So when when you hear like the Roadrunner food banks on the news and stuff, you're that here. That's basically they come to bring you guys distribute it, making sure it gets to people down in Southeast.
Yeah, we
Mexico
distribute to the Salvation Army, to the Joy Center, to Loaves and Fishes, and Waymaker, and the other Roadrunner agencies here in the county.
Absolutely. You guys are the conduit for the conduits.
We're the hub. Yeah.
And so. But also directly out of there too. So that's why the volunteers are needed, because sometimes you're packing boxes to get for one of the other organizations, but sometimes you're working the lines that are right here at the ministry's office here downtown. So whatever that is, it's needed. So please volunteer, please come, and then like we said, donate as you get the letter carrier's bag, or when we'll talk about that. Please fill that up. I know if you don't get the mail like delivered to your house, you can always they're going to have drop-off boxes at the post office usually, and you can do that there. But and I would guess too, if you want to make donations directly to Harvest Ministries outside of these drives and things, you can always do that.
Always, yeah. We have people who come up and give us donations all the time, and the drop-off for those donations is between 6:30 in the morning and 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
Okay.
Sometimes we have people leave stuff at the gate, and that's unfortunate because a lot of times it's not all there when we come. So don't leave things at the gate after 1 o'clock.
Unfortunately, we do have that problem here in town. Is when you have your donation boxes or your drop-off boxes. It's not just Harvest Ministries.
Sure.
Pretty much every nonprofit that has one has this same problem. Yes, people tend to go and use them as either places to live or places to shop or places to do things that you don't want to know about.
Right.
We'll just leave it at that. But that being said, donate during those designated hours. That way you can make sure your donation gets exactly the way it's intended.
And if somebody has a large donation, like if somebody has had a big event and they have a lot of stuff left over, they can always call us. And if it's 200, 300, 400, 500 pounds, we'll come pick it up.
Sure. Yeah, you guys will make arrangements here too.
Right.
What about for with like the hunting seasons and stuff? Can you accept, as long as it's I guess in those USDA sanctioned butcher facilities?
We used to there was a program called Hunters for the Hungry.
Yeah.
And they had some issues with it, so they've stopped.
Okay, I didn't know if that was still a
they weren't
thing or
able
not.
to verify the quality of the food. So
gotcha. Well, if you do some of that stuff, I'm sure there's some places in town that can help out with that, because I know, there's a few, bad apples, I guess you could say, but that's such a great opportunity to get people fed. If someone's, it's a lot of food. But anyway, please make those donations, and especially now as we're transitioning to the summer months where the donations do dry up here. We don't get the
people go on vacation.
Yeah, people go on vacation. Schools are not in session, so those normal steady veins of donations are dried up during the summer months here. So the letter carriers drive, just the other outside entities doing drives, the hospitals, the different other organizations. That's what keeps the food going and flowing through the summer months here.
And also I really do have to compliment our parent organization. So Roadrunner Food Bank and Feeding America. So we're under them. That's why we are the hub in Chaves County. And they also do a great job of keeping us supplied.
Sure.
They're actually better right now than it has been. So they're all...
That's glad to hear.
Those two organizations do a really good job of...
Well, they got huge warehouses of food and stuff up, I guess, Albuquerque, where they do. They're where the main area is.
But it's also the connections. So they connect us with Walmart, Sam's, Target, Albertsons, and those stores, and so they keep those corporate relations going so that we can do what we do.
Sure. Yeah.
We love our partnership both with the national and the state level, and also with our local. So it really is a beautiful network, all the way from national all the way down to the local school food drives or community or an organization, a business, whatever.
Sure. Well, like all food, it comes from a lot of places, and so it's no different from you guys. Where yes, we have our kind of the Roadrunner Food Banks is our main. Keep the light on source of food coming in, but thanks to these other donations, partnering with schools and their food programs, there's a lot of different eggs in different baskets.
Right, and what we get from Roadrunner sometimes, it's not a variety. Sometimes we'll get the same thing,
the staples.
Yeah, and so we don't want to give somebody, well, this is all we got, so we'll give them 10 cans of applesauce. So these local food drives,
these won't get scurvy.
The local food drives give us variety.
Sure, absolutely. And because what weird thing, we New Mexicans like flavor, we like variety and stuff like that too. Let me ask Mark, if someone's interested in saying, you know what, would like to volunteer, is it just best to come on down during one of the shifts and talk, or should they call or do it outside of those times?
They can come down Monday through Friday, and from 8 to 1 for volunteers. Come in and sign up. Talk to Maria; she's our volunteer coordinator.
Okay.
And, they'll give them a form to fill out.
Okay.
So we know who's there and emergency contacts, that sort of thing. And that's all you need to do.
Then you do. Come on down, and then we'll fit you in the rotation, I guess.
That's
so
right.
To speak.
Yeah. Jump in, and you can come for a few hours, or you can come a day or two, or every day, or just whenever you have time.
Absolutely.
I mean, you don't have to jump into a routine or a schedule. You can just come as you can.
I mean, technically, you're volunteering. We're not paying you, so whatever hours you can donate, we would be very appreciative.
That's right.
So, but if you want to treat it like the 9-to-5er and punch in and punch out, we would love to have you. But by all means, if you just want to work a few hours a day, we are very thankful for that.
So just to jump in again, so we got the pop-up food drive.
Yes.
At Altrusa this Saturday at 11:30. And then the next week, Waymaker and Gateway have the Gospel Crusade.
Yes.
At Altrusa Park again.
Yes.
First hamburger is going to be served at noon.
All right. On how's your grilling skills?
Not mine, but Gateway has this incredible griller, Fritz. He's amazing.
All right.
And the volume that he can put out is just amazing. And I've never heard, everybody just compliments him.
There's something that makes me happy when you see like a flat top and there's like 50 burgers on that. That's just something good's about to happen. It's kind of hard to be mad when there's a grill with 50 burgers sitting on. That's right. Very good. And please, and then of course, by all means, Waymaker Church Harvest Ministries, you can follow them online, social media. Okay. That way you can kind of stay abreast of not only of these events, but as the new ones pop up on the horizon here, you'll by plugging into the social medias, you'll be kind of always in the loop on those kind of things too. And then, of course, if you're looking for a church home, invite you to come on down on Sundays and see if it's if you already got one, awesome. But if you're new to town or looking for a new one, Waymaker would always love to come see you on Sunday. Gateway Church, and really any of them. We got a lot of great churches in town. It's kind of if you're a Christian looking for a Christian home, there is excellent choices all over the place.
We really do. And not everybody's attending church. We know that because Roswell's got close to 50,000. Last I checked, this was many years ago, but we had over 100 churches. I think it was close to 130 churches in Roswell.
That doesn't surprise me. Yeah.
But that would mean that you had to have 400 people in every church on every Sunday in order for all 50,000 to be in church. And
that's a lot of super churches.
I can guarantee you we don't have 100 churches with 400 people in here. So, if you need a church, well, you do need a church. You need to be part of a church. But, come on out to Waymaker and Gateway, both great churches.
Absolutely.
I've been privileged to be part of both of them and speak at both churches and know the people well, and just awesome people.
Absolutely.
They're all, all of our supporting churches, I have to say, are just pretty amazing people.
And to be honest, I think, we live in we live in the desert, so a lot of things happen, but we've had our share of floods and things over the last couple of years, and I think, things have been tough and all that, but because of, I think, the churches, the groups, all that stuff we've really rallied the troops a lot over the years. And to the stuff that's going on in Ruidoso, the stuff going on in our own backyard. Those churches you mentioned and many others, they're the reason why we survived these events and got through these events because people, I know when those floods were happening, there were multiple churches with semi-trucks trying to roll in with food and supplies and things day one when those floods and stuff hit. And it's the churches that are doing this stuff.
It is. Well, that's true here. And I think the last time I checked, 80% of Roadrunners agencies were faith-based. Worldwide, I looked this up a while back, over 65% of all orphanages, hospitals, free clinics, things like that, schools, all faith-based. Yep. So it is largely the church doing these things around the world.
So find yours and get involved.
Yep.
Is there anything we missed, guys? Any information we wanted to share that we spaced over or skipped over?
Pastor Markey hit it. El Trusa this Saturday.
Come out.
Gospel Crusade on May 2nd, the week after. And we got that food litter carrier drive that's coming up too.
Yep. National Day of Prayer that first Thursday. And so lots of stuff next 3 weeks.
I can't tell the weather for May yet, but I can tell you this Saturday it's going to be partly cloudy and 88. So
right.
weather's
I've been
good.
watching the weather.
So weather's be just fine for this Saturday out at El Trusa.
Sunday we get the wind, right?
Yeah, Sunday gets windy. Yeah. So, but fortunately they're canned goods. They don't blow so well.
Yeah, right.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks,
Appreciate you. We'll see you next time. And anything else we can do to help, please don't hesitate to reach out.
Thank you.
Good deal.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right, 7:51. Let's pause for news and sports and a quick break. Well, not a quick break, a break to pay for lunch before we get you into news. Don't go away. You're listening to Mornings with Mike Winters. Where's the button? There's the button.
With SRN News, I'm Rich Thomason in Washington. Iran has fired on several ships in the Strait of Hormuz and has seized 2 of them. It complicates efforts to bring the U.S. and Iran together in Pakistan for talks aimed at ending the war. The attacks came after President Trump indefinitely extended the Iran ceasefire, giving Tehran more time to draft a unified proposal ahead of any possible talks. By a narrow margin, Virginia voters have approved a congressional redistricting map that could help the Democrats win control of the U.S. House in November. The new map boosts the Democrats' chances of capturing 4 additional congressional seats in the midterms. State Republican leaders hope the Virginia Supreme Court will step in and undo what has been done. Southern Poverty Law Center has been indicted on federal fraud charges. Watching Wall Street, stocks opening higher this morning. More details, srnnews.com.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. Pretty hot today. We're headed for the low 90s. The wind will be a little bit gusty, a mix of sunshine and clouds for a while, but we get a sunny afternoon. Overnight will be clear, mid to upper 50s, and then we're in the upper 80s for the afternoon high on Thursday. It looks like we'll stay sunny. Mid 80s and sunny on Friday. We'll stay warm and fair all the way through the weekend with gusty wind. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
Still burning cash on posters that get tattered, tired, and tossed? Turn heads with vibrant LED posters from DSI. Plug and play with custom updatable graphics. Showcase a single showstopper or link several for a seamless video wall. For over 27 years, DSI has helped New Mexico businesses communicate smarter with printers, IT support, AV, and more. Ready to elevate your message and cut costs? Call 888-386-7834 or visit DSINM.com today.
It was a tough game yesterday for the Roswell Coyotes baseball squad, losing at home against Carlsbad 13-1. Roswell's now 10-12 on the season, 1-2 in district play. And they'll host Carlsbad this Friday. And after that, there's only 2 more games in the regular season for Roswell. That'll be next week against Clovis. Meanwhile, yesterday, NMMI destroyed Dexter 15-2. Makihii Phillips for the Colts, a home run and 3 RBIs. And it was Gateway Christian on Monday knocking off Dora, no problems, 14-3 for the Warriors, who are now 7-0 in district play. They'll play a doubleheader at Floyd Friday afternoon starting at 2 o'clock. although there's still plenty of regular season games left for Gateway. The Sports Report brought to you by DSI. Call DSI for all your office technology needs. I'm Eric Butler at Roswell Talk FM 106.5.
With the Wall Street Business Report, I'm Bill Alexander. President Donald Trump's nominee to chair the Federal Reserve said that he never promised the White House that he would cut interest rates, even as the president renewed his calls for the central bank to do so. Kevin Warsh said under questioning by the Senate Banking Committee, quote, "The president never once asked me to commit to any particular interest rate decision, and nor would I agree to do it if he had." President Trump said he will gratefully remember U.S. companies that do not seek refunds for tariffs he unilaterally imposed, which the U.S. Supreme Court later ruled were illegal. Trump's comments came a day after the U.S. Customs and Border Protection opened a portal for importers to seek more than $160 billion in potential refunds for his tariffs. Starbucks is opening a corporate office in Nashville, Tennessee to support its planned U.S. expansion. Seattle, where Starbucks was founded in 1971, will remain the company's global headquarters. For the Wall Street Business Report, I'm Bill Alexander in Washington.
Hey, take me out of my old trade. Take me out of my ride.
Hey, Roswell, spring out of your old car, truck, or SUV today and hop into a new Ford or quality pre-owned vehicle with massive savings during the Spring Out Sales event at Roswell Ford. Are you still making payments on your current vehicle and want out early? Your friends at Roswell Ford need your trade today, so we're willing to overpay even if you owe up to $10,000 more than your trade is worth. We'll do whatever it takes to help you escape so you can upgrade to a new Ford or quality pre-owned vehicle. Worried about your credit? Don't sweat it. Roswell Ford has partnered with more aggressive lenders that will push to approve your credit with great rates and terms, even if it's less than perfect. Lower prices, exceptional trade-in values, and a better buying experience. Get on board at Roswell Ford, 821 North Main Street in beautiful Roswell. Call 575-623-3673 or online at roswellford.com. Interest accrues from date of sale with approved credit. Subject to lender approval. Offers not combined.
Do you have missing teeth or would like them replaced? If you think dental implants are not affordable, think again. At Maupin & Brown Dentistry, their goal has always been to provide the highest quality dentistry in a state-of-the-art office at a reasonable price. They routinely treat patients that have traveled out of town for a consultation but cannot afford the treatment quoted. If this sounds like your story, come in today. As one of New Mexico's largest users of the world-class Nobel implants, they're able to purchase in volume and pass the savings on to you. So if you're missing a tooth or have loose dentures, call today for a free evaluation, which includes a free 3D x-ray. You'll be given treatment options and an honest evaluation with no hard sell, no arm twisting. But don't take our word for it. Just ask one of the thousands of patients they've treated. Maupin & Brown Dentistry, your choice for experienced, affordable, state-of-the-art dentistry. Call 627-0141 or visit maupinbrown.com.
Step into a world of magic and adventure because The Wizard of Oz is truly timeless. And now it's coming to the Ocotillo stage as the Artesia Arts Council partners with Way Way Off-Broadway to bring this beloved classic to life April 25th and 26th, featuring talented local performers, vibrant costumes, and all the wonder of Dorothy's unforgettable journey down the Yellow Brick Road. Don't miss your chance to experience the magic live. Secure your tickets today at artesiaartscouncil.com. Ad paid by Artesia Lodgers Tax.
Air fry, toast, and more without the countertop clutter with the KitchenAid multifunction over-the-range microwave oven. Combining an air fryer, a toaster oven, convection oven, microwave, and ventilation hood in a single appliance designed for flush installation with a standard 12 3/4-inch cutout. Shop Bush Appliance today and free up your countertop. Who you gonna call? Bush Appliance in Roswell. Stop by 111 West Country Club Road in Roswell or call 575-622-6390. Spring is here, and Fulkerson has a few spring HVAC tips to help you get ready. Check for uneven temperatures from room to room. Replace your filter and pay attention to sounds that your unit makes. A professional spring checkup helps catch these issues early. And with the right fit membership from Fulkerson, you can rest assured knowing your unit is ready. With biannual maintenance and a reduced dispatch fee, even in the middle of the night. Call 575-319-9984 to find out more. Fulkerson Plumbing and Heating, proudly serving Roswell and surrounding areas. Got wheels? Get deals. The Deals for Wheels event is on now at Roswell Honda. Right now, trade in anything with wheels and get up to $3,000 towards your next new Honda. We're talking cars, trucks, ATVs, bicycles, motorcycles, scooters, even golf carts. While you're here, register to win an outdoor bundle complete with tabletop grill or a premium bundle with a 5-burner grill. Get 1 ticket for stopping by, 3 with test driver service, and 5 with vehicle purchase. Drawing April 25th at 1 p.m. sharp. Deals for Wheels on now at Roswell Honda, 2177 West 2nd.
Looking to start, continue, or complete your higher education journey? Join the more than 5,700 current Greyhounds on their journey to student success. Eastern New Mexico University offers the most affordable higher education degree in the Southwest, and New Mexico residents can go to school tuition-free with the New Mexico Opportunity Scholarship. With online or in-person degrees, ENMU is the right choice for you. For more information, visit enmu.edu. ENMU, student success, that's what we're about.
Bill Cunningham is now in Roswell on 106.5 FM, KEND Roswell.
Breaking news this hour from Town Hall. I'm Rich Thomason. Iran has fired on 3 ships in the Strait of Hormuz and seized 2 of the vessels. The intensification of Iran's assault on shipping comes a day after President Trump extended a ceasefire, but he did press on with the U.S. blockade of Iranian ports. The president extended the ceasefire in order to give Tehran time to draft a unified proposal ahead of any possible negotiations.
Now that so many of Iran's top leaders are dead, the question of who's in charge there is a real one, making the job of diplomacy that much more difficult. It's probably a little early to gauge the impact of the president's latest move, but the immediate signs from Tehran are not positive. An advisor to the Speaker of Parliament and lead negotiator Mohammed Bakr Ghalibaf said Mr. Trump was buying time for another surprise attack. A military spokesman repeated a warning that Iran was willing to strike back if that happened.
The BBC's Paul Adams. By a narrow margin, Virginia voters have approved a congressional redistricting map that could help the Democrats win control of the U.S. House in November. The redrawn map boosts the Democrats' chances of capturing 4 additional congressional seats in the midterm elections. The state Republican leaders hope the Virginia Supreme Court will intervene, undoing what they argue is an unconstitutional process that will disenfranchise millions of Virginians. Southern Poverty Law Center has been indicted on federal fraud charges. Acting Attorney General Todd Blanche says the SPLC improperly paid informants to infiltrate what it has labeled extremist groups without disclosing the payments to donors. The Law Center denies any wrongdoing in the matter. On Wall Street this morning, stocks comfortably higher. The Dow is up 462 points, gain of almost 1%. The Nasdaq ahead 226, and the S&P is up 57 points. More on these stories at townhall.com.
Here's an important message from the Diabetes Solution Center. Do you like pricking your fingers to test your blood sugar levels? No one does, but it's important to maintain your health. And now, by wearing a small remote device called a continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, you don't need to prick your fingers anymore. It's easy to use and helps you make more accurate diabetes treatment decisions. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now. And if you have Medicare or most major insurance coverage, you may be able to get a new CGM at little to no out-of-pocket cost. Shipping is free, and we'll even bill your insurance company for you. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now to learn how to end the painful finger sticks and get your own continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, at little to no out-of-pocket cost.
A University of Minnesota professor will be taking the helm of the President's Economic Council.
Christopher Phelan will serve as the next chairman of the White House Council of Economic Advisors. The nomination was posted on the White House website on Tuesday. Phelan would succeed Stephen Marin, who joined the Federal Reserve Board of Governors last September. The council's vice chairman, Pierre Yared, has been acting leader since then. Phelan's background shows a strong interest in central banks, aligning with Trump's focus on pressuring the Fed to cut interest rates. Phelan has worked as a consultant with the Federal Reserve Bank of Minneapolis. Hayap Njwani at the White House.
The president of Cyprus says fellow European Union leaders meeting in the island nation should prepare a plan detailing what would happen if an EU country under attack calls for help from other members of the bloc. A Cypriot leader says EU leaders are discussing giving substance to treaties requiring all 27 member states to assist each other in times of crisis. Townhall.com. Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton calls a court ruling on the Ten Commandments a major victory for Texas and for our moral values, while the ACLU suggests that there will be an appeal.
A federal appeals court ruling Texas can require the Ten Commandments to be displayed in public school classrooms. Fifth Circuit Court of Appeals says the law does not violate either the Establishment Clause or the Free Exercise Clause of the First Amendment. Now, this ruling sets up a possible battle over religion in schools within the United States Supreme Court. Critics claim that it violates the separation of church and state. Jason Walker reporting.
Michael and Susan Dell are donating $750 million to the University of Texas, Austin. The aim to improve patient care through AI and to increase healthcare options for the Austin region. More on these stories, townhall.com.
What in the wide, wide world of sports is going on here?
I promise you, whatever scum did this, not one man on this force will rest for 1 minute until he's behind bars. Now let's grab a bite to eat. Yeah, come on.
I feel the hot wind on my shoulder and the touch of a world that is older. I hit the switch and check the number. I leave it on and then I slumber. I hear the rhythm ringing through it. Flamenco guitar and cumbia music. I hear the talking of the DJ. The devil wits and what does he say? I'm on a Mexican radio. I'm on a Mexican world radio.
Broadcasting live from high atop the J.P. White Building in downtown Roswell, New Mexico. It's Mornings with Mike Winters on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Is that what I sound like when I talk?
Now, here's your host, Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 6 minutes after 8 o'clock. Welcome to hour number 2 of the day of Mornings with Mike Winters, right here on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM. Happy Wednesday, everybody. Indubitably. Hope your day is going well. Hey, real quick, I do want to invite folks out. The Chaves County Sheriff's Posse Equine Club is proud to celebrate America's 250th anniversary by honoring those who continue to protect and serve our communities every day. Rooted in the tradition and inspired by America's rich Western heritage, the Chaves County Sheriff's Posse proudly recognizes the values that built our country's service, courage, and community. Join them as we honor all law enforcement and celebrate the 250 years of American history this Saturday, April 25th, at a pancake breakfast that begins at 7 a.m. It is at 1403 East Poe. Cost is $7 per plate. Books are open for event registration from 9 until 10:30. The event will begin at 11. Join us as they honor law enforcement officers. And this message is brought to you by Fergie's Permanent Heating. Absolutely. They're Fergalicious. Yes. But yeah, go out there. That's this Saturday. Again, 1403 East Poe.
Say it real quick.
Yes.
I just feel like it needs a different read.
You're going to go...
When I hear this, I'm like, I think...
We need some...
We have to start with, let's see. Rooted in tradition and inspired by America's rich Western heritage, the Chaves County Sheriff's Posse proudly recognizes the values that built our country: service, courage, and community.
There it is. Okay, speaking of America, I saw something mere moments before we went on air on the Twitters, or the X's, if you will, that I saw the video, and I'm like, oh my goodness. I read the comments, and yes, it sours me a bit, but I still am curious. I think I've added a bucket list item to something I need to do.
Okay.
Apparently, in the town of Lancaster, Pennsylvania, there is the world's largest buffet, the Shady Maple Smorgasbord.
Yes, sir. Yes, this is your first learning of the smorgasbord?
I just saw
Oh my God,
the video this morning.
Dude, it's a pilgrimage for me as well. It's been on my list for a long time.
Well, I can make it happen.
Okay. Now,
I mean, I live in D.C. Like, when I go to visit family, that's a doable trip for me.
Okay. So what do you know of the smorgasbord?
Well, I watched the video.
Okay.
I watched like a 5-minute video
So
of this
you
guy
saw
going.
the split and how they.
It's
how
basically
they do
a
it.
mall.
Yeah.
You go through and there's gift shops. And like, to be honest, the video I saw barely showed the food.
Okay.
It was a little bit of the cafeteria and stuff, and you can see the hugeness of it. But it was mostly walking through like the gift shops, the various. It's a maze of 80s looking hotel looking place. They have banquet rooms, like ginormous banquet. Like if you want to cater your event there, they have massive rooms to do that.
It really is set up like a royal dining hall, very much. Like the architecture is amazing. It's all like Amish styling, so it's all traditional made, like heavy tables and like big chairs.
It's not. But it's not rustic.
It's not.
Yeah, it's got that almost loungy 80s vibe to it, where it's dated.
Yeah.
But it looks clean, at least.
So
at least in the video I saw.
I'll have to find the video that I saw, which it really does throw down with the food, because it's actually the same buffet mirrored.
Okay.
So like you have a huge selection of meats, like all kinds of different. There's a carving board there, so they can carve up stuff for you. There's all kinds of different genres of food, like so much. Like they even have like Asian stylings at some points.
It'd be the largest buffet,
right? But then you continue on and you get to like the drink station with they have like everything from your sodas, like fountain sodas, to teas. I think they have a section of seafood. I have to go back and look,
because it ain't a true buffet. It's got the snow crab leg,
but it all looks amazing.
Well, and it looked cool. And I read the comments. And a lot of people were like, "It's mid at best. Like the food is mid.
Now,
the thing is it's big. That's the big thing. It's like I didn't see anybody like rave over the food.
Okay.
Most people said, but that being said, it's a buffet.
I'm a man.
I'm expecting buffet to be a certain. I mean, even the Bellagio buffet that you pay an incredible amount of.
Yeah, the Bacchanal
is the ghettoist version of the gourmet.
Sure.
If that makes sense.
Yeah, but it's the best or the worst of the best.
Right.
But at the same time, I'm a man who is actively, campaigning to bring back ponchos.
Right.
Like, again, not because of the quality of the food, but because of the quality of the experience.
Yes.
It's the same reason I another one of my food pilgrimages is I want to go to Branson, Missouri, because I really want to go to Yakov Smirnov's.
Oh, his deal? I think my wife did it.
Really?
Ask her. I'm pretty sure that when they went to Branson, they did because she was talking about the tross and all that. Like it's a whole thing. Yeah.
It is. Well, it's the tables fold out at the end of every show and they just hose the whole place down.
I feel like my wife's done this when they went to Branson before I was married.
Okay, I'd have to ask her about that.
Yeah, I'll
But that's another one of my food pilgrimages is just again not for the food, for the experience. Because I've heard it's like spaghetti or whatever. But
now, I'll remember the coolest. And now, granted, it was, and I've talked briefly about it. Our guests aren't here, right? Before I'm starting to talk about food stories. Okay, good. Thank you, Jocelyn. This one might take a minute, but
food stories often do.
But when I was in the Boy Scouts and when we went to Philmont in Cimarron. Oh, that's been. I was like, what is that noise? I don't have headphones. I thought that was coming out of the headphones. But so we got out of Philmont. So I just got done dealing with Philmont, and so I've been eating dehydrated food, backpacking the 100 miles, coming off the mountain on our trip back, we had a 3-day bus trip back to D.C., after all that. And so 3-day. So we took a more southern route than we did going in. Northern route, we kind of went through Indianapolis and dropped down, but. Sure. So we went through southern Oklahoma, and I don't know the town of which we stopped in for dinner, but they had this smorgasbord.
Okay.
And I don't remember the name of it other than something smorgasbord.
Okay.
And It had like a carousel of food.
Really?
Like it was this round that just constantly rotated, almost like kind of like a sushi bar where they have the conveyor belt, but it was a merry-go-round, and it was literally they just put plates of food. It'd be cheeseburgers, hot dogs, chicken, whatever it is. They had a whole dessert one, and I literally puked and rallied in that place.
The boot and rally is awesome. Okay.
And this would have been in the 90s.
That kind of looks like what you were talking about, but it's called Butterfield's Buffet. That's Choctaw Casino. That would be it.
Granted, it may not be in existence anymore. This was the 1990s.
Although this did open me up to a new place I've never heard of called Oklahoma City's Incredible Food and Fun Zone.
Ooh.
I'm genuinely curious. Anyways, we'll do more of that research later. But I didn't know there was a smorgasbord in Oklahoma, and I love the idea of a conveyor belt.
Yeah.
Like of food being, brought to me. Although this is the other thing that I think, and again, it's a relic of a bygone era, but I miss the idea. I think our guest is here now. I miss the idea, and this was before me, of the automat.
Yeah.
Like I love the concept of walking into a place and there just being a whole wall of windows of just food. And you're just mere pocket change away from the deliciousness that's waiting behind that glass.
Right. Yep. Well, to me, that's kind of like why I loved Fuddruckers as a kid, because you saw the toppings bar in it. Now, granted, we live in an age where they just, it's different now.
Right.
Back then, that didn't exist. I mean, yes, you had the Wendy's, had an amazing bar. But, but like the
super bar.
Like no one's thinking about putting avocado on a burger back in the 80s. I'm just, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But Fuddruckers throw that on there. Why not? You know what I mean?
What the heck? Hey, the best ideas and innovations have to come from somewhere.
That's right. Like, I imagine this is the whole Casa Bonita thing for Trey and, it's their ponchos.
Yeah. Oh, 100%. Yeah.
Although I do want to check that out some point. I don't get a lot of trips to Colorado, but I might make that one and be like, let's go to Casa Bonita.
Yeah, if you plan on visiting anytime before 2028, you better go ahead and book now.
Does it take that long?
I've heard wait lists can be months. It's rough. People are trying to get in.
Man.
People really want that mid food. They just want to enjoy it while they watch people dive off of cliffs.
This proves if you have a cartoon that can hack your show or hack your business,
Did you watch that
yes
that documentary about that? It was amazing.
Yes.
The diving setup. I never knew how treacherous that actually is.
Millions of dollars they shelled out that thing. Yeah,
40 some odd $1 million they had to put in.
Yeah, it was a show. Talking character counts this morning.
Yes.
Amy McVeigh-Tejas joining us. I believe Tim Fuller will be joining us as well. They are here, so I got a lot of commercials to play.
Indeed.
Look at all that green. There's like a sea of green on my screen.
Good job, sales.
Those are commercials. So let's do this. We're going to pause for weather. Quick break. I lied. We're going to pause for weather and a commercial break, and then we will talk character counts on the other side. Don't go away. You're listening to Mornings with Mike Winters.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. Pretty hot today. We're headed for the low 90s. The wind will be a little bit gusty, a mix of sunshine and clouds for a while, but we get a sunny afternoon. Overnight will be clear, mid to upper 50s, and then we're in the upper 80s for the afternoon high on Thursday. It looks like we'll stay sunny. Mid 80s and sunny on Friday. We'll stay warm and fair all the way through the weekend with gusty wind. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
I'm Doug Turner, Republican for governor. Here in New Mexico, our oil and gas industry isn't just part of our economy, it's the backbone. It funds our schools, powers our communities, and provides thousands of good-paying jobs. But instead of supporting it, progressives like Deb Haaland want to shut it down. As governor, I won't let them. I'll stand with our energy industry, not punish it. Because when oil and gas succeed, New Mexicans win. I'm Doug Turner, Republican for governor. Everywhere I go in New Mexico, I see it. Potholes, crumbling sidewalks, dangerous roads. And every time I hear excuses from politicians who've done nothing for years. I'm Doug Turner, Republican for governor. I don't make excuses, I get results. As governor, I'll fix our roads, invest in infrastructure, and hold bureaucrats accountable so tax dollars benefit you, not politicians. We have the resources. It's time we use them to get the job done. I'm Doug Turner, and I approve this message. Paid for by Turner for New Mexico.
Step back in time and experience the medieval magic of the Lincoln Forest Renaissance Fair by Oso Productions. Friday through Sunday, May 15th through the 17th at Wingfield Park in Ruidoso, New Mexico. From medieval combat competitions to traditional crafts, a diverse selection of artisans selling handcrafted goods, Renaissance attire, jewelry, swords, and more. Friday 4 to 9, Saturday 10 to 9, Sunday 10 to 5. Get your tickets online at LincolnForestFair.com. The Lincoln Forest Renaissance Fair, Friday through Sunday, May 15th through the 17th at Wingfield Park in Ruidoso. Feeling underwater? Van Matt and the J Squad at Roswell Nissan are ready to pull you out of the sea of fees and into your next new or pre-owned vehicle. With rates as low as 1.9% and payments as low as $199 a month, plus as little as $1 down on a brand new vehicle. And we're talking rock bottom, under the sea prices. And 100% credit approval is the goal. Drive in now and get more for your trade than anywhere else. The Underwater Trade Payoff Event on now at Roswell Nissan, 2111 West 2nd.
Hello, this is Melanie from Glenn's Furniture. Still searching for that perfect centerpiece for your living room like a sofa built to last for generations? Discover the enduring quality of American-made Mayo furniture. We showcase a stunning collection of Mayo sofas and love seats. Choose from a palette of premium top-grain leathers and rich classic hues, or select from hundreds of sumptuous durable fabrics. It's true custom comfort. Experience the Glenn's difference, where timeless craftsmanship meets personalized design. Come down and see us on Union and Alameda, where delivery is free since 1953.
Spring has moved in at the Calico Cow Fabric and Gift Shop. Discover beautiful spring fabrics plus top-notch sewing machines. We're your certified dealer and repair station for Handy Quilter long arm and Brother sewing machines, and scissor sharpening is available. Join our beginning embroidery and quilting classes. Log on to RoswellQuilting.com to shop online today and follow the Calico Cow Fabric and Gift Shop on Facebook. Want to know how? Come to the Cow. The Calico Cow Fabric and Gift Shop, 200 East College in Roswell.
Looking to start, continue, or complete your higher education journey? Join the more than 5,700 current Greyhounds on their journey to student success. Eastern New Mexico University offers the most affordable higher education degree in the Southwest, and New Mexico residents can go to school tuition-free with the New Mexico Opportunity Scholarship. With online or in-person degrees, ENMU is the right choice for you. For more information, visit enmu.edu. ENMU, student success, that's what we're about.
Your home is your sanctuary, and the land it's built on is even more precious. So when termites start devouring your house, you want a proven treatment that's environmentally responsible. You want the Centricon Termite Colony Elimination System. The Centricon system is the green way to protect homes from subterranean termites. Rather than surrounding your house with hundreds of gallons of diluted chemical solution, the Centricon system strategically uses just a few grams of active ingredient in termite bait, working with natural termite behavior to destroy termite colonies. With this technology, it's no wonder the Centricon system became the only termite treatment to receive the Presidential Green Chemistry Challenge Award from the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency. And homeowners rate the Centricon system as the most environmentally sound termite treatment. Your home is your sanctuary, so monitor, bait, and eliminate termites with the Centricon system. Think of it as your own little piece on Earth.
Call Bob Reed Pest Control today for all of Southeast New Mexico. 575-623-5344.
Come on, 2, 3. Direct from the $1 Million Quartet National Tour, Spencer Theater presents Lance Lipinski and the Lovers. Saturday evening, April 25th at 7 p.m. Lance has the rapid-fire fingers of Jerry Lee, wears the swagger of Elvis, and you'll hear Chuck Berry, Buddy Holly, Little Richard, and the Beach Boys. Lance electrifies the keyboard with unforgettable energy. See Lance Lipinski and the Lovers, Saturday evening, April 25th at the Spencer Theater. Telephone the box office, 575-336-4800, or visit SpencerTheater.com.
Here's a Mornings with Mike Winters fun fact. You burn more calories sleeping than you do watching television. For the ultimate workout, fall asleep in front of the TV. Here's Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 22 minutes after 8 o'clock, and joining us in studio this morning, wearing her Character Counts hat this morning, Amy McVeigh is back with us. Good morning, Amy.
Good morning. Good morning. In honor of Tim Fuller, that's hard at it working, and we'll just pretend he's sitting right here.
Well, he's a man of character.
He's a man of character.
He's such a man of character. He's actually, doing his day job, helping, as a teacher and helping kids, with testing and things. Yes. So he can't join us this morning.
Tim Fuller is a dear friend of mine, and I can't, words can't express what our appreciation for what Tim does for Character Counts and in honor of Judge Jones. I know
Absolutely.
he'd be proud. So shout out to Tim Fuller. Thank you for all we've done. It's been a great week so far.
Yeah, it's been another successful Character
and it's
Counts week.
just another night of fun celebration honoring. Tonight is our Honor the Badge.
Yes.
So if you're available, come out at 6 o'clock. It'll be at the county building.
Mm-hmm.
We want to honor the badge. I know in today's society with everything going on, boy, if our community can just take a moment and honor that badge. We want to really thank Pioneer Bank, Juliana Halverson, the amazing crew at Pioneer. Honor the Badge really is made possible. That's kind of Pioneer Bank. They celebrate.
Niche there.
Yes. You can even follow them on Facebook and social media. Juliana does a great job of designing those cards. But in celebration of Honor the Badge, we just want to take a moment and really encourage people to come out tonight and hear their stories.
Yeah, and you actually kind of get to see through, with Character Counts, through honoring the badge. They honor all the badges. So, yes, obviously we're honoring those police, fire, EMS, and the ones in the forefront too. But this goes into even some of those people behind the badge that are not necessarily the ones that are, going out, they're at dispatch. They're behind the scenes. They're the ones, making logistics happen for the officers in the field, So like the dispatch folks and all that, they get recognized as part of this too. So when we say, honor the badge, it's all the badges and deep down, even the folks that, not just our cops and our firefighters and our EMS, but all those folks that support and work through ancillary roles through those various agencies.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. Well, we've got our Honor the Badge recipients. So if you want to go down the line, or I'll be happy to, we've got Honor the Badge 2026, New Mexico State Police. That is Patrolman Domingo
Pavsana. Yes.
Pecos Valley Regional Communications. Wow, they play an important part. Taking that high road and helping us communicate. Iris Adkins.
Well, especially since we live in a rural community and technologies that and so we really do have to pool our resources just to make sure when any EMS first responders out in the Boot Hill or wherever in the middle of nowhere, the communication, those regional communication folks are very, very important.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Roswell Fire Department, Lieutenant Richard Bell. Travis County Sheriff's Department, Deputy Valeria Hernandez. I'm so sorry. Yes. Roswell Police Department Officer Morales. Dexter Police Department Patrolman Milton Harrington.
Okay.
And last but not least, American Medical Response Cindy Maxwell. And again, thank you to...
That's the AMR folks.
Yes.
Ambulance folks.
Yes. So shout out to Pioneer Bank. We thank you for all you do to help our community. It's a great night. Mike, we start every year. Character Counts Week starts off with a wonderful support of our county, and I want to thank you to Bill Williams and the county for reading the proclamation. It was a wonderful opportunity.
The commission and the county, they make a point every year. They to say that this is important enough that they say no. We want to take the time. And let's face it, this is their budget time of the year. They're busy trying to get budgets. It's a busy time of year for these guys. So for them to say no, we want to make sure that we stop what we're doing to take time to honor these men and women with these proclamations and things. So
generally,
very
I'm
cool
hard at working, and Tim wasn't able to go, so I was able to experience it this year. And I really want to thank the county for the support. I mean, the Character Counts in Travis County has been prominent in our community for many, many years. And it's just a great week. So last night, Timothy, we had a great night. Teacher of Character, the doors opened at 6 o'clock.
This one's always kind of the
huge shout.
The big, because there's so many great teachers throughout Chaves County. Yes, we talk Roswell, but Dexter, Hagerman too. They got great, so there's a lot of folks that generally have to get recognized during the Teachers of Character event. So it kind of turns into a rock show every year.
It really does. So Church on the Move helps make it possible, along with our amazing hospitals. So every year, Eastern and Loveless, they up the game. That they elevate that menu. I took a to-go plate. So So, Mike, even after the event, they had to-go plates. They were going to serve that food till it was gone. I took it home to Ralph, my husband, and he said, okay, if I'm calling in sick and at Eastern, it's y'all's fault. It was hilarious. So, I mean, from shrimp cocktail, I mean, it was just elevated
They
menu.
always do great.
They do.
Even in those drive-through years when they had those amazing charcuterie food and all. I mean, they had these whole setups and everything.
Somebody was joking saying
the hospital's done amazing jobs over the years.
And the good, I don't have at all bad memories of COVID. They elevated COVID to do that.
Yeah.
But our placemats had the bow tie honoring Judge Jones. It was a wonderful night of honoring top 10 teachers, of honoring schools that really elevated their decorations.
They went all out. Amy was showing me some pictures from the event and I know this because I've been married to a teacher for 25 years. I know this. The teachers, they go all out when it comes to, it's because especially elementary age teacher because their classrooms are so visual because they're dealing with younger kids. So they got to pop. They got to, make sure their boards stand out. Make sure they're, draw the interest of the kids. So they carry that into everything they do.
So we will give a shout out. Each grade got a gift card. Huge thank you to James Edwards, Pecos Elementary School, Sierra Middle School, Roswell High School. Everybody. It was a great night from lights to everybody did a great job. Everybody did a great job. So
I hope everyone had a good time.
Sponsors, very important to talk about
Absolutely.
sponsors. So again, Church on the Move and the hospitals, amazing job.
They do a great job every year.
We honored top 10 teachers. Some of them even, one comes to mind, Julie Seiler, 42 years of commitment to the school district. She's retiring.
Wow.
And it's one of many. But sponsors. So in order to give those baskets and plants, we had both the hospitals, Army ROTC, ENMUR, Roswell Sertoma, Historical Society Dion's, Roswell Travis County Economic Development, and I think I said Altrusa, even Troy Hayes. It was a group effort to keep making sure we had just little blessings from the community saying thank you.
Absolutely.
So words cannot express. It was a special night. You Challenge came out to the color guard. Even Addison from Roswell High School, she stayed all night capturing those moments and taking those pictures. So if you're a part of that event and wondering how can we get pictures, we will receive the link. We will email it out to all the principals, and then they can capture those moments. I know.
So get them to your principal.
That's right. All the schools will get they got their plaques and their nominations. So great night of Teacher of Character.
Yeah.
We want to continue to just challenge people to celebrate. Whether it's teachers, badge holders, really celebrating character. And also on Monday night, we don't want to forget our volunteers. So honor the volunteer.
Yeah.
Tim does a great job of getting so many volunteers involved on a great night. I know he really wanted me to mention, too, at the last minute, Eastern New Mexico Medical Center stepped up and came and showed up and cooked hot dogs and really just wanted to give them a little extra something. So,
That's so cool.
Really honor the volunteer night is sponsored by Napa, but we also had Sid and Martin really making an intentional effort to celebrate those volunteers.
Awesome.
So we've got that list of honor the volunteers. So if you want to give those names, I think it's time to celebrate them too.
Yeah, Brendo Fire Department, firefighter Nathaniel Higgins, Dexter Fire and Rescue, Lieutenant Gus McCombs, in District 8. They're at, I guess is that part of...
That's a fire question. See,
yeah, I don't know which District
if Tim's
8.
listening, he'll eye roll. But whoever, shout out to District 8.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I'm not
for
sure where
what
that area covers, but Officer Manuel Pantoja.
Pantoja, that's awesome.
At East Grand Plains, firefighter Jeremy Ragland. Hagerman Fire and EMS, firefighter Michelle Magby.
Yay.
Lake Arthur Fire, Assistant Chief Edward Rubio. And Midway Fire and EMS, Captain Juan Canales. So congratulations and thank you to those folks as we honor them and give them a little something just to show them how much we appreciate their efforts and their dedication to our community.
So I think we can all agree character.
And they do it for free.
Yes, see, and that's, you know what, let's say this, saving the best for last. You bring up a good point.
Yeah.
That is dedication.
Yeah.
And I know Tim Fuller and his whole family. In honor of the whole family, thank you for everything all volunteers do, and that Fuller family, because when I've gone to honor the volunteer, I wasn't able to go. There's a Fuller there. So that's another part of the legacy. I know Tim would want us talking about him, but that family, and especially his father, they've been dedicated to volunteering. If you calculate up those hours, I'm sure we're like triple.
If they're not on a football field or a firefight or a classroom,
Talking about
pretty
hats.
much, or we can go with her wife too, or at a polling location for that matter.
yes. So seriously, but I think it's important to know on behalf of Character Counts, it doesn't end this weekend. It's every day. It's all day.
Absolutely.
And in honor of Judge Jones, and not only him, so many that helped start Character Counts in Roswell. We should really celebrate this all day, every day. So if you want to get involved, you can reach out to Tim Fuller or myself to be part of our board. Get involved,
Always
to do
need
more
more.
events. More I think regularly.
Absolutely.
When I say that, we're all in to have, Mike, we'd love to be on the radio once a month celebrating businesses and, everything.
Well, and this is kind of the public part of the Character Counts thing where everyone sees this and we honor the badge. But outside of this week, the rest of the year, it's back into those kids, showing the character, showing businesses, and showing that connection between community leadership and the classroom leadership and the youth leadership. And so by you showing your support for Character Counts in your businesses and your organizations, that trickles down into the classrooms. And so please, outside of this week, get involved. If you're a business owner, you're thinking, hey, I would love to get more involved. Reach out to Tim. Reach out to Amy. We need to, give, Character Counts is this whole. It really is the ancillary side of school where, at school they're trying to teach you the reading, writing, and the arithmetic. Character Counts is kind of the creamy in-betweens that make a human a great person.
Yes. Well, that's exactly right. And I, again, thank you to everybody that made it possible. Thank you to School Board President James Edwards, that was in attendance last night. Wanted to make sure those top 10 teachers had a monogram mug. So, and then City Councilman Will Cavan was there sitting at our table, and really, and he's a big part of education too. So
absolutely.
Thank you to everybody. Last but not least, we're going to do Character Counts cleanup this Saturday from 9 to 11. So first of all, with the markers start in honor of Judge Alvin Jones right there at the corner of Richland that almost goes out to the relief route.
Yeah,
there's markers
right there at the Y.
So we're going to meet at that BLM office. I know there's more than one. I think it's 2900 block of West 2nd. We're going to meet there at that parking lot. I know Youth Challenge is coming out. I know Pioneer Bank will be there. Come out between 9 and 11. Miss Rita and Kate will be out there. And, of course, we've got, so if it's enticement of Miss Rita's cookies, come on out. You're going to get a cookie. So we'll meet there. We'll get prepared. We'll get our grabbers and clean everything. So come out.
Do folks need to bring stuff with them, or
we would advise that? But we have Miss Rita. To know Miss Rita, she's going to come prepared.
But if you bring your own gloves,
absolutely, and I think that's a great idea.
You got a rake or something.
We're going to make a strategic plan. We love to work in groups. And we'll make a great effort. But I think it's important for us to encourage everybody to clean up in your neighborhoods in honor of character. So in honor of Judge Jones, we're going to be out in his area, adopted in that area of Traverse County, if Character Counts, but anywhere.
Adopt a spot.
I know, like Tim, they've done a great job in the past. We'll get a group out at Midway and Dexter.
Absolutely.
So in honor of Character Counts, let's clean up these neighborhoods.
We got a ton of beautiful parks and neighborhoods throughout Travis County that could use a few
so
eyes.
We welcome you to come out on 2nd, maybe do that for a little bit.
And with today being, I think today's Earth Day. So it kind of ties into that.
That's right. So, but it's just a wonderful week of celebration. But to us, as we say, every day's a day of character.
That's right.
And we do want to really make an intentional effort to thank our city, our county, the community, the school district for all that they do honoring character.
Absolutely.
We really appreciate it.
Well,
and
this week would not happen without the community getting involved.
100%.
From the city, the county, the nonprofit organizations, the churches, all the different the sponsors, the private businesses are sponsors of this event. Without the support, like I said, the hospital, Church on the Move, all these different entities, we've thanked them.
And all previous leadership. So the list is long and distinguished of individuals that have headed up or been a part of Character Counts. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We want to continue this legacy, but we want it to grow. So let's anything you can do or want to do to help, The week's not over. We'll bless more and do more, right?
Absolutely. That's it. That's just it. Yeah. Well, more will happen and more. But we'd love to see you at the cleanup again. Meet us there.
Sure.
They're on West Second there. About, you said 9 a.m.
Yes, 9 a.m.
Okay.
to 11, and I'm sure we'll be out there a little bit early.
Okay.
If you need more information, you can call me at the Historical Society, and Tim Fuller is at University High, so I assure you if you call University High, they'll get with you. But thank you so much. My email is historydirector@outlook.com if you need more information.
Absolutely. And by the way, because Amy's actually got to get out of here because put on her day job hat.
That's right.
The Historical Society, it is Wednesday. The 9 o'clock is here in about 20 minutes.
Okay.
Is our next is every Wednesday at 9 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
We invite the public, the community, to come out to the Historical Society's flagpole. There on Lee, it's right there between the archive and the actual museum itself. There
That's exactly right.
200 East Lee or 200 North Lee or whatever Lee it is.
200 North Lee.
Yeah, it's on Lee.
Yes, it's on Lee. Look for the flagpole.
I'm bad at directions. I know where things are at, but if you ask me how to get there, I'm like, just take a left at the thing with the thing by the thing.
So we'll see you at the pole at 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean you have to be physically there. Join from wherever
but if
you
you
are
wanna,
at 9 o'clock.
we'd love to have you.
We'd love to have you.
That's why Amy's, because she's got to be physically there.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
I do want to make a note. National Day of Prayer is on May the 7th.
Yes.
That's a Thursday. So that week we will be at our pole at 9 o'clock in the morning on Thursday, May the 2nd, 7th, May the 7th. So mark your calendars that week. It will be Thursday.
I know.
Other than that, every Wednesday, 9 o'clock in the morning.
And I know, like we just had Harvest Ministries and everything on. I think they're going to be at like Altrusa Park on the Day of Prayer and all that too.
I think we start in the morning, and there's so many different wonderful events.
Please get out there and get involved.
For sure.
But come out, and this is mark it on your calendar. This is every single Wednesday.
Every Wednesday.
Occasionally, if the Wednesday falls on a holiday, there may not be an official one, but people still are more welcome to come out and just do it and just come spend a few minutes in prayer.
Mike, during school tours, we didn't have the pole. Oh, there were some people out there.
Yeah.
It's
make it a part of their it's Wednesday, 9 o'clock. This is what I do.
We just walk around it.
But and it all started, back when all the things were going on and we wanted to pray, and so it's just kind of been there as a standing.
Right.
It's our standing 9 o'clock on Wednesdays. We come and if you've got a bunch of stuff to pray for, great. If it's just a celebration of whatever it is, we'd love to have you there. But praying for our community, our nation, our families, our lives, and everything else.
There's days where we have 2 people. There's days when we have 50 people, and I think it's a wonderful flow for character counts too. So
if you got nothing going on here in about 20 minutes, join us again
it's
there at the
10 or
Historical
15
Study.
minutes.
So you're out of there in 10, 15 minutes. Going out and then of course come on out and clean out this Saturday. And join us and get involved with character counts.
Please do. Thank you, Mike, for all you do, and
anytime.
Have a wonderful day of character.
Yeah, don't work too hard, and stay. Put some rocks in your pocket. The wind's supposed to get.
Here we go.
Character counts.
Here we go. We're
going to
blow through the character.
We're going to blow it into Texas today.
There we go. That's good. That's good.
Thank you, Amy, as always. All right, it is 8:41. We're going to pause for news. Commercial break. I'm not going to say quick because it ain't quick, and other features as well. Don't go away. You're listening to Mornings with Mike Winters.
With SRN News, I'm Rich Thomason in Washington. Iran has fired on several ships in the Strait of Hormuz and has seized 2 of them. It complicates efforts to bring the U.S. and Iran together in Pakistan for talks aimed at ending the war. The attacks came after President Trump indefinitely extended the Iran ceasefire, giving Tehran more time to draft a unified proposal ahead of any possible talks. By a narrow margin, Virginia voters have approved a congressional redistricting map that could help the Democrats win control of the U.S. House in November. The new map boosts the Democrats' chances of capturing 4 additional congressional seats in the midterms. State Republican leaders hope the Virginia Supreme Court will step in and undo what has been done. Southern Poverty Law Center has been indicted on federal fraud charges. Watching Wall Street, stocks opening higher this morning. More details, srnnews.com.
Now, time for another Otis Countdown.
You know what drives your overlords crazy about the Taliban is how come they don't have enough girls in management? There's no bring your wife to work day at Taliban telephone. Mercury is always in retrograde. You got to think of it like an AOL weekend for the Apple crowd. It's just different. They did have a motivational speaker once, but that fell kind of flat, like a vitamin salesman working death row. Just not that much upside. Party of one. Now, let's say you can't find your shorts with the hula girls on them, so you blame the wife, even though it's probably you that lost them raccooning around over there at Taliban Waffle House. Did they have a Waffle House? I don't know.
Can I get a waffle?
Anyway, nobody in Who Gives a Stand ever gets a pajamagram or a White Russian or a Velvet Elvis. And hey, nobody's named Debbie. But that's okay, because something's working. You are not going to get groped at some laundromat in East Riverside. So there is that. But fashion sense? Hell, it's everywhere. These guys invented the half-tucked look. And look how popular that is. Now you're thinking, oh, Uncle Otis, all this sounds like what you'd hear at the misogynist parlor.
Couple needs assistance in health and beauty.
This your Uncle Otis with special thanks to Major Colin Blocks for letting us through. And I'll see you at the Peace March.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. Pretty hot today. We're headed for the low 90s. The wind will be a little bit gusty, a mix of sunshine and clouds for a while, but we get a sunny afternoon. Overnight will be clear, mid to upper 50s, and then we're in the upper 80s for the afternoon high on Thursday. It looks like we'll stay sunny. Mid 80s and sunny on Friday. We'll stay warm and fair all the way through the weekend with gusty wind. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
All across America, this is the Red Apple Audio Network's Market Report, sponsored by Abacus Global Management.
Good morning, I'm John Terrett. After the closing bell last night, United Airlines turned in a mixed set of earnings. The stock was down about 2% on the news. And as far as the main stock markets are concerned, uncertainty surrounding Iran peace talks is all you need to know. Dow, Nasdaq, and S&P all down by about 0.6%. And oil, Brent crude, the global benchmark, back up at $100 per barrel. Elsewhere, U.S. retail sales yesterday jumped the most in years, primarily because of gasoline receipts. The big story of the day was Tim Cook's departure from Apple. And now the question is, what will John Ternus, the new CEO, do with the company? AI is one assumed direction he'll take it in, because Apple under Tim Cook was late to the party in the AI field. Apple stock down about 2% last night. A judge delayed the criminal sentencing of OxyContin maker Connecticut-based Purdue Pharmaceutical to allow the victims to attend court proceedings in person. United Healthcare topped forecasts and boosted its outlook. The stock was up 8%. Defense firm Northrop Grumman, capitalizing on unprecedented demand for its military hardware, the stock was down 5%. 3M profits beat forecast, but the stock was down about 2%. And after the closing bell today, another big tech name, it's Tesla. With business, I'm John Terrett.
This is the Red Apple Audio Network's Market Report, sponsored by Abacus Global Management.
What if the future of finance wasn't built around averages, but around you? At Abacus Global Management, we're reshaping financial planning around the most personal data point, your lifespan. But it's more than just insight, it's control. As a technology-driven asset manager, we're empowering investors with an integrated system to take command of your time, your future, your financial destiny. This is a new era of investing. Take control at abacusgm.com.
Attention, attention. They've done it again. For 3 years in a row, Roswell Hyundai is the #1 used car supercenter in New Mexico. Whether you're in the market for a large truck, a super high-end luxury vehicle, or an affordable car for first-time buyers, the Roswell Hyundai Used Car Supercenter has one that fits your needs and your budget. So if you're looking for the best deal on your next vehicle, head for the #1 Used Car Supercenter in southeastern New Mexico 3 years straight. Roswell Hyundai, 1909 West 2nd.
At one point, Jewish leaders accused Jesus of interacting with sinners. So Jesus told them this story. Suppose one of you has 100 sheep and loses one of them. Doesn't he leave the 99 in the open country and go after the lost sheep until he finds it? And when he finds it, he joyfully puts it on his shoulders and goes home. Then he calls his friends and neighbors together and says, "Rejoice with me, for I've found my lost sheep." I tell you, in the same way, there will be more rejoicing in heaven over one sinner who repents than over 99 righteous people who do not need to repent. Okay, that story just doesn't make sense. Who would leave 99 to save one? Now the answer is simple. Jesus would. Jesus loves and cares for all people, not just the religious. He loves the sinner, the fallen, the hurt, and the damaged. The Apostle Paul states, God wants all people to be saved and to come to a knowledge of the truth. No matter how lost you may feel, Jesus is searching for you to be with him, just like that lost sheep.
Join us at the Country Club Road Church of Christ for worship at 10 a.m. on Sunday, located on the corner of Country Club and Washington in Roswell.
Artesia General Hospital presents Seasonal Reminders for a Healthier Spring. With new growth all around us, spring is the perfect time to refresh your health. Start with the air you breathe. Replace home air filters and reduce allergens indoors. Step outside and move your body daily. Even a short walk can improve mood and heart health. Add colorful fruits and vegetables to your meals for natural energy and immune support. And don't put off preventive care. A simple checkup today can make a big difference tomorrow. Make this spring your healthiest yet. These healthy living reminders are brought to you by Artesia General Hospital, ready to take care of you and your family.
When you or a loved one need medical transport, Trans-Aero answers the call. Trans-Aero Medevac operates 3 rotorcraft bases and 1 fixed-wing base in southeastern New Mexico, allowing them to respond quickly to emergencies across diverse terrains. Their fleet extends coverage deep into New Mexico and West Texas, including Artesia, Carlsbad, Roswell, Ruidoso, Midland, Lubbock, and the surrounding areas, ready to answer the call when every second counts. Trans-Aero Medevac, proudly serving southeastern New Mexico and West Texas. Flown for free, thanks to the partnership from the City of Artesia and Trans-Aero Medevac. Life support by air.
Spring has moved in at the Calico Cow Fabric and Gift Shop. Discover beautiful spring fabrics plus top-notch sewing machines. We're your certified dealer and repair station for Handy Quilter long arm and brother sewing machines, and scissor sharpening is available. Join our beginning embroidery and quilting classes. Log on to RoswellQuilting.com to shop online today and follow the Calico Cow Fabric and Gift Shop on Facebook. Want to know how? Come to the Cow. The Calico Cow Fabric and Gift Shop, 200 East College in Roswell.
Spring is here, and Fulkerson has a few spring HVAC tips to help you get ready. Check for uneven temperatures from room to room. Replace your filter and pay attention to sounds that your unit makes. A professional spring checkup helps catch these issues early. And with the Right Fit membership from Fulkerson, you can rest assured knowing your unit is ready. With biannual maintenance and a reduced dispatch fee, even in the middle of the night. Call 575-319-9984 to find out more. Fulkerson Plumbing and Heating, proudly serving Roswell and surrounding areas.
What does it mean for a roofing contractor to have heart? How about braving a 24-hour road trip with a bad back and a 20-foot-long trailer through Interstate 40? You heard that right. A local business needed a new roof, but this business did not want just any roof. They desired a schoolhouse roof with red shingles. Well, we wanted to give our customers exactly what they were asking for. The only problem was that the red color of shingle they were looking for had been discontinued in our local region. But we didn't give up then. We were told by our supplier that the schoolhouse red color of shingle that we were looking for was still available in Arkansas. So we did what was expected of us and drove 24 hours, and we delivered on our promise. If you need a roofer who delivers on their promises, call Trustmark Roofing today at 575-755-7663.
Trustmark Roofing, we put people first.
Hey, take me out of my old trade. Take me out of my ride.
Hey, Roswell, spring out of your old car, truck, or SUV today and hop into a new Ford or quality pre-owned vehicle with massive savings during the Spring Out Sales event at Roswell Ford. Are you still making payments on your current vehicle and want out early? Your friends at Roswell Ford need your trade today, so we're willing to overpay even if you owe up to $10,000 more than your trade is worth. We'll do whatever it takes to help you escape so you can upgrade to a new Ford or quality pre-owned vehicle. Worried about your credit? Don't sweat it. Roswell Roswell Ford has partnered with more aggressive lenders that will push to approve your credit with great rates and terms, even if it's less than perfect. Lower prices, exceptional trade-in values, and a better buying experience. Get on board at Roswell Ford, 821 North Main Street in beautiful Roswell. Call 575-623-3673 or online at roswellford.com. Interest accrues from date of sale with approved credit. Subject to lender approval. Offers not combined.
Chris DeGaulle is now in Roswell on 106.5 FM KEND, Roswell, New Mexico.
And good morning. It is 8:53. Got a few minutes here before they take over the news at the top of the hour here. Hey, if you missed last night's community night with Dion's, well, looks like their next one will be May 5th. Which will be another Tuesday, May 5th, their next community night. And that night, they're going to benefit Church on the Move. So if you dine in on May 5th, between the hours of 5 and 8 p.m., a portion of your meal cost will go to Church on the Move during that time. You can order online. You can order dine in, sit down and have a meal, or order through the app or whatever. But as long as it's between those hours of 5 and 8 p.m. And again, the next one will be on Tuesday, May 5th. So about 2 weeks here. So, but their last one was last night. So if you missed it, have to catch it again here in 2 weeks. But in the meantime, you can always go by and get delicious Dion's. But for their community night, their next one will be Tuesday, May the 5th there. Couple things I was kind of watching, and by the way, too, this Saturday, we got all the stuff going on. This Saturday, April 25th, is the Book Day Carnival happening at the Roswell Public Library, and it's from 10 a.m. until noon. And I invite families to come on out between that time. They're going to have games, face painting, prizes, nachos, crafts. Every kid will get a book giveaway as well, plus other stuff. The event is sponsored by the Roswell Public Library and the Friends of the Roswell Public Library, but it's this Saturday, the 26th, from 10 a.m. to noon. I believe we've got Diana coming in on Friday to remind us here. We got a busy Friday here. We got, but she'll be in to remind us a little bit about that. So definitely want to put that on your radars for the kids and having them come out there. And they always give a free book. So, it's great when these kids, especially if they don't have, get their first book or whatever. So free book for the kids, all of that, 10 to noon this Saturday out at the Roswell Public Library for the big carnival and all that good stuff. So I was on X and I was kind of scrolling and looking at stuff. And of course, with the NFL draft coming up, tomorrow, starting tomorrow, a lot of talk of all that, and people are just mean, man. I saw this AI Photoshop photo, man. People are just not right. There's a lot of people that thought this was a legit photo, I think, and it's just mean. And it's basically the former head coach of the Giants, Brian Babdall, whatever his name was. He is now offensive coordinator for the Tennessee Titans. Oh, turn your microphone on.
Turn me on.
He's now the offensive coordinator for the Tennessee Titans. Well, somebody put a picture out of him, I guess, at practice there in his Tennessee Titans shirt. And he's kind of a fat dude, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
He's a man of larger carriage. Somebody done ballooned him up to where he was like 3 times bigger than what he really is. And I'm like, no, that's not. I could tell it was photoshopped. And I'm like, no. But I went to the comments, and there was 100 comments of people like, man, he's really let himself go. And before finally someone's like, dude, that's AI. Here's the real photo. And they showed
Brian what?
A Babdall, B-A-D-O, I can't remember.
D, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I said him Babdall.
Yeah, I can't remember. He's a former Giants coach. Brian, he looks like Uncle Fester, kind of, to me.
I brought up a picture of Lex Luger for some reason.
Well, he kind of looks like that. But anyway, he's now the offensive coordinator for the Titans.
Okay.
So if that matters. But anyway, yeah, that picture, I saw it like 2-3 times over the last 24 hours. And I'm like, they did him dirty, man. That ain't right. Because people are thinking he looks all fat like that. Because you ain't seen him in a minute because, he's an offensive coordinator now. They don't get the FaceTime a head coach gets.
Dabble.
That's him. That guy.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, AI, it's in general just cruel in a lot of different ways.
Don't be cruel.
It's really messing with the older generation.
To the guys like me, it's messing.
I'm having to, and that's the thing is you and I, we're kind of on the cusp.
Yeah.
Where like, I'll see something and I'll be like, I only know that's AI because it's unbelievable.
Right.
But then there's like things that are unbelievable that happen in real life.
We're double doing double takes. I was like, that could be Arnold.
I just don't know anymore.
Mm-hmm.
It's now, granted, there are giveaways on some of these. You look at hands and stuff. Like I was just the other day, I was trying to find. This is random. I was trying to find a picture of a really good-looking Bloody Mary because I was trying to explain to somebody like what they've been doing to him lately.
Right.
And the one I found, eventually I showed it to somebody. I'm like, they were like, and it was somebody much younger than me, and they're like, that's AI. I'm like, is it? Like it used to be. There's the sheen. There's that sheen.
They're better trained at spotting it, I guess. Yeah. Although I mean, I can spot the obvious stuff. Like I'm noticing a lot of not AI movies, but AI memes.
Yeah.
That are completely taking supposed facts from the internet and creating memes that are like fact.
Right.
And the artwork's done well, and you're looking like, wow. I mean, there's mistakes.
But again, it's one of those things where you have to pause and frame by frame it,
And I see a lot of, we got to go, but lately I've been seeing a lot of celebrity ones where they do this like Brady Bunch style lineup of celebrities, and it'll be stuff like refuse to kiss so-and-so on set.
Yeah.
Or, once dated a blah, 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 whatever. But
those are all, and those are largely, Photoshopped or AI.
But they're kind of fun to read. All right, it is at 9 o'clock. You're listening to 106.5 Roswell Talk FM. KEND Roswell, New Mexico. We'll be back on the other side of news.
Breaking news this hour from Town Hall. I'm Rich Thomason. Democrats a step closer to taking the closely divided U.S. House in the fall. Virginians have narrowly approved a new congressional map, one that likely will give the Democrats 4 additional congressional seats.
Democrats Barack Obama and Congressman Hakeem Jeffries were among those pushing for the measure, which gives Democrats 10 congressional districts and Republicans just 1. It passed by a rounded 51 to 49% as Northern Virginia votes for the new map overwhelmed a strong downstate turnout against it. But this is not yet the final word. A redistricting challenge is on the Virginia Supreme Court's emergency docket. Anne-Marie Morgan reporting.
There have been fresh Iranian attacks in the Strait of Hormuz. Iran, firing on 3 ships, has seized 2 of them. The attacks coming a day after President Trump extended indefinitely the Iran war ceasefire. Same time, he refused to lift the blockade of Iranian ports, and that is something that's being demanded by Tehran. President took part in a marathon Bible reading event the other day, joining many others reading a passage of Scripture during an event. It was live streamed from the Museum of the Bible in Washington, D.C.
If my people, which are called by my name, shall humble themselves and pray and seek my face and turn from their wicked ways, then will I hear from heaven and will forgive their sin and will heal their land.
A familiar passage from 2 Chronicles, which has long been a major theme at annual National Day of Prayer events. Federal appeals court says Texas can require the 10 Commandments to be posted in public school classrooms. Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton calling it a major victory for Texas. Watching Wall Street, the Dow is up 380 points, gain of almost 1%. The Nasdaq ahead 269, and the S&P is up 56 points. More on these stories, townhall.com.
Everybody wants cheap airfare, but where do you find it? You call low-cost airlines. Their prices are direct from the airlines, and they're so low you can't find these fares published anywhere. They specialize in cheap flights, discount hotel rooms, cheap car rental rates, and great package deals anywhere around the world. Wherever you want to go, they can help you get there cheaply and with a best price guarantee. If you want the lowest prices on your airline tickets or other travel services, call now. That's right, call. That's the only way to get these rates. Experts are standing by 24/7 to get you the cheapest airfare and hotel rates available. So don't wait. Call right now for the lowest travel prices anywhere and for great last-minute travel deals too.
Call 866-755-5300. That's 866-755-5300. Again, that's 866-755-5300. Call us right now.
Communist China is applauding 3 African countries for blocking a plane carrying Taiwan's president from passing through their airspace. BBC's Stephen McDonnell in Beijing.
And the Seychelles, Mauritius and Madagascar suddenly rescinded overflight permission for the aircraft of Taiwan's President Lai Ching-te. It meant he had to cancel his trip to Eswatini, one of the few nations retaining formal ties with the government in Taipei. President Lai's office said the flight had been blocked following pressure from China. Beijing has responded, denying that it had coerced the African countries into taking this action. However, the Chinese government has welcomed the result.
Pope Leo is visiting one of Equatorial Guinea's notorious prisons. Today's visit to the prison, drawing attention to human rights abuses that campaigners have denounced for many years. The visit marks final full day of a marathon 11-day 4-nation tour. News and analysis at townhall.com. Rough way to start the day for some light rail passengers in the nation's capital.
Officials say 11 people were injured when a work vehicle hit a commuter train in downtown Washington early Wednesday. They say none of the injuries is life-threatening. A social media post says the Silver Line train was stationary when the work vehicle struck it just after midnight at the Metro Center station. The station is a major transfer point. Metro riders are being told to expect delays throughout the system while the collision is being investigated. Donna Warder, Washington.
President Trump's nominee to serve as the next chairman of the Federal Reserve, Kevin Warsh, has told a Senate hearing that he has never promised the White House that he would cut interest rates. President Trump has repeatedly urged the Federal Reserve to cut rates in order to give the economy a boost. More on these stories at townhall.com.
What in the wide, wide world of sports is going on here?
I promise you, whatever scum did this, not one man on this force will rest for 1 minute until he's behind bars. Now let's grab a bite to eat. Yeah, come on.
I feel the hot wind on my shoulder and the touch of a world that is older. I hit the switch and check the number. I leave it on and then I slumber. I hear the rhythm ringing through it. Flamenco guitar and cumbia music. I hear the talking of the DJ. The devil listen, what does he say? I'm on a Mexican radio. I'm on a Mexican radio.
Broadcasting live from high atop the J.P. White Building in downtown Roswell, New Mexico. It's Mornings with Mike Winters on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM.
Is that what I sound like when I talk?
Now, here's your host, Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 6 minutes after 9 o'clock. Welcome to hour number 3.
Crazy miracles
of Mornings with Mike Winters, right here on 106.5 Roswell's Talk FM. Happy Wednesday.
Yes.
We made it to smack dab in the middle of the week.
Yeah.
This week's calling for me.
Is it?
I feel like it's the end of the week already. Like, I thought it was Friday.
See, now it's probably going to be that way. The back half usually is like that for me.
Yeah.
But
I'm just like, it's just like, I feel like I've done a whole week already. I'm like, it's only Wednesday? I don't know why.
I think last week for me was that. Last week for me was like the longest week I'd ever been. I felt like, you know, it's, I know time is relative or whatever, but yeah, this week just has kind of been normal.
Well, I'm hopefully the rest of the week will
shape up.
Yeah. I guess. I mean, it's all downhill from here, right? That's the whole point of the hump day, right?
Or it's all uphill from here if you've been down on it.
It's true.
It's either the low point or the high point of your day. However you look at it.
I kind of feel like the way this week's dragging, got to be all downhill.
Yeah.
I hope. We'll see. There you go. You know what? I need you, the community. Make my week better.
There you go. Bring me a sandwich.
Don't ask me, Don.
It is Earth Day.
It is Earth Day.
So we can celebrate that. I did find out that it is on the 22nd of April every year.
Okay.
It's to commemorate the original Earth Day demonstration in 1970, which still holds the designation as the largest demonstration in American history.
What were they demonstrating?
Earth
like a
awareness,
protest,
and it was
like a march or something.
Raising awareness. It was a march. It was kind of a celebration of all things the Earth and
cleaned up after
raising more raising awareness, because up until that point it was more like industry and advancing us and wartime and
Sure.
We were kind of coming around to a post-war era, and
I hope they cleaned up after themselves.
they did. They indeed did. Yeah. It was one of those where they had the last line of people had those brooms and dustpans, and they were sweeping up as they went.
I just
like
love that. Save our
horses.
Earth, and you go behind him. There's a trail of cups and trash and everything behind him. It's like, okay. We're here because we love the Earth. Yeah, but you live in this shanty of bags and trash.
We love the Earth. We love it so much we use the crap out of it.
Just saying, make it nice.
That's just job security for those people who have to walk up and down the side of the road to pick up all that trash.
That's right. Hey, it's like the Shriners. You don't all get to drive the go-kart. Somebody got to drive that tow truck, or they be on the pit crew to fix the, or the guys with the horses. Somebody's got to be, hey, if you're an organization with horses, somebody's got to be the DS, the designated scooper. And
just a word of advice to the designated scooper: give yourself a good 6 feet of distance behind the horse that you're scooping, because they like to kick.
Well, and
that's how we lost my great grandpappy.
Well, and depending how much fiber happened that day, they can project.
That's right.
So
it could turn into
in theory, it could just go down to the bottom, but one too many oats.
You get a little pressure behind that thing. It's like a
salad
cannon.
Shooter. Yeah, you can have a situation.
Salad shooter.
I wonder if Brandon can use that for a commercial for his Sling It and Fling It.
There you go. Wow. This horseback riding's dangerous. But yeah, not all of us can be on the horse. Some of us gotta be with the shovel.
It's a real rock, paper, scissors scenario.
Yeah.
Are you riding or are you scooping? All right, let's do this.
Absolutely. Well, I trying to think if something else was gonna. Oh, don't forget. I know we're a few weeks out on all of this stuff, but graduations will all be here before we know it, and of course, as we will be carrying all of the Roswell Independent School District graduations on our video streams. All 4 high schools. The Roswell, Goddard, Early High School, and University High.
Yes.
On those as well, and they're all at the Wool Bowl this year.
Really?
Yeah, I believe Brian was telling me all 4 are going to be at the Wool Bowl this year, so they're going to have their, and ENMUR is doing their graduation at the Wool Bowl this year too.
Oh, that's a big deal.
Different weekend than
because they usually have their own facilities. They do their
well, they
graduation
wanted, but their facilities aren't. It's the Performing Arts Center, which only holds about 400 or something. And they want more than that.
Which is great, because that means the numbers are up.
So Wool Bowl.
Yes.
So they get to play the game like the RISD does. Because it always happens that graduation weekend. If you want to get a chance of rain, plan a graduation. I don't care what time of the year it is, what day of it doesn't matter. If you say there will be a graduation at the Wool Bowl this weekend, rain chances will happen.
They will muster up for sure.
That is a given.
It's also,
and then when they're all on the same weekend, there's going to be a lot of rain chances.
I got to imagine that this is like graduation season is like the one time of year that the confetti cannon company makes it's like their nut for the year.
That's right.
Because that's every year. Like if you go to the Wool Bowl, within the span of about an hour, you will hear about 60 confetti cannons going off.
Yeah. Well, I imagine this is their like at the factory. It's slow time.
Yeah.
Like if you remember Christmas by Krebs.
Mm-hmm.
Like Christmas. Like actual Christmas, it's kind of quiet over there.
Yeah, they always made their stuff in the off season.
After Christmas, where they're building all because by the time the fall hits, all of their stuff's out and shipped to stores and where it's supposed to be and on shelves. And
this is one of those things that working in the music industry has always sort of like whenever I hear a Christmas album or like see somebody who came out of like you recorded this in June,
in July or June.
It was like 100 degrees. You walked in there and board shorts and flip flops to record your Christmas album.
Mariah Carey Santa suit,
right?
Done in June.
It's just how do you get yourself into that holly jolly state of mind when you got surfing lessons after this?
Yeah, I imagine it's a little weird. And then to be like if it's a live tape special deal, like to be in the audience in May, and it's like, this is our Christmas special or our Thanksgiving special. We're taping it now, like some of those Elvis deals or whatever.
I kind of know what that feels like, sort of.
Yeah.
I was, so America's Funniest Home Videos, back when it was still hosted by Bob Saget.
Okay.
So this is putting a date on it. They would do their $10,000 season finale, but they would cut to different towns
right,
for like they could vote. And one year it was Albuquerque.
Okay.
And so my family and I went to, I think it was KOAT Studio, and we sat in the crowd and we got to be in the wide shot. And we got to vote, and then they did like a whole like giveaway thing. I think we got like an autographed copy of the script or something like that. But then they're like, all right, this will be on TV in about 3 weeks. They're like, so go home. And so you go home and
you're
waiting.
Did you see yourself on TV?
I didn't. I was too far back and very short. I was also like 12.
Sure.
So it was hard to spot. But it is one of those things. It's like, oh, I kind of know what happens. Well, I don't because we got to see our segment, do our vote, and then they did the drawing, and then we went home. So we didn't get to see the full episode, but I got to know at least who was competing.
Gotcha. You knew the final.
I had that inside info. But apparently, my dad had to sign a whole contract and. I didn't know that at the time. I could have gotten us in a lot of trouble. I mean, I was a middle schooler, right?
An NDS, yeah.
That kind of chisme. I mean, are you kidding me?
Yep. Yeah, he just gets sued. He wouldn't go to jail.
Looks me in the eye. This is your fault.
It's not like government secrets. It's just TV secrets. They'll just sue the living daylights out of you.
I feel like TV secrets might be more important.
Could be in this day and age.
If Who Shot JR leaked out too early, you don't think there wouldn't have been some pandemonium?
I gotta be honest, in the world we live in, the TV secret and the Nationals are the same secret at this point.
That's true.
It's just the world we live in.
Yep.
So. Gary Thrine is here with the Roswell Chamber of Commerce. We've got a slew of events and things to put on people's radar, so probably should get the hour going.
Indeed.
Because I have a lot of commercials, because salespeople have been busy.
Yeah, they have.
Give them props. But let's do this. Let's pause for weather. Sorry, I get the hiccups. And then I think they've stopped. All right, let's pause for weather. Then we'll take a quick commercial break. And then Gary Thrine with the Roswell Chamber will join us on the other side. Don't go away. You're listening to Mornings with Mike Winters.
Weather this hour brought to you by Southwest Bearing under new ownership. Custom solutions for your heavy equipment. Hydraulic hoses, hose repair, bearings, seals, sprockets, belts, tools, fluids, and fittings.
I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton with your Pecos Valley weather. Pretty hot today. We're headed for the low 90s. The wind will be a little bit gusty, a mix of sunshine and clouds for a while, but we get a sunny afternoon. Overnight will be clear, mid to upper 50s, and then we're in the upper 80s for the afternoon high on Thursday. It looks like we'll stay sunny. Mid 80s and sunny on Friday. We'll stay warm and fair all the way through the weekend with gusty wind. That's your latest forecast. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton.
At Acatio Family Practice, Pediatrics, and OMED Spa, our team is here for you. Nancy Walker, Fallon Moody, and Tialana Watts are family nurse practitioners offering expert care in family practice, pediatrics, women's health, and aesthetics. Nancy also provides advanced hormone therapy for men and women, including hormone pellet implants that help patients feel their best. Plus, meet Brittany Harrell, our skilled nurse injector, offering a full range of aesthetic procedures to help you look and feel confident. Same-day and walk-in patients are always welcome. Visit Ocotillo Family Practice, Pediatrics, and OMED Spa at 607 West Country Club Road in Roswell. Your family, your health, your beauty, all in one place.
Feeling underwater? Van Man and the J Squad at Roswell Nissan are ready to pull you out of the sea of fees and into your next new or pre-owned vehicle. With rates as low as 1.9% and payments as low as $199 a month, plus as little as $1 down on a brand new vehicle. And we're talking rock bottom, under the sea prices. And 100% credit approval is the goal. Drive in now and get more for your trade than anywhere else. The Underwater Trade Payoff Event on now at Roswell Nissan, 2111 West 2nd.
This is Melanie from Glenn's Furniture. After a long day, the world finally slows down. Sink into a power recliner that knows exactly what you need. Smooth, effortless motion. Plush support that melts away the stress in a moment that is just yours. Because you've earned more than just a seat. You've earned a place to unwind. You deserve to come home to comfort. Come down to Glenn's on Union in Alameda, where we've been providing comfort and free delivery since 1953.
As your old appliances come out of hibernation, it may be time to send some out to pasture. So Bush Appliance in Roswell is spring cleaning out the warehouse, and that means you save big on freezers, refrigerators, washers and dryers, new dishwashers, ranges, cooktops, and full kitchen packages, even custom kitchen and bath cabinetry. So spring clean away your old problems and get to the spring warehouse clearance at Bush Appliance, 111 West Country Club Road in Roswell, Southeast New Mexico's home for appliances and cabinetry since, like, a real long time. Got wheels? Get deals. The Deals for Wheels event is on now at Roswell Honda. Right now, trade in anything with wheels and get up to $3,000 towards your next new Honda. We're talking cars, trucks, ATVs, bicycles, motorcycles, scooters, even golf carts. While you're here, register to win an outdoor bundle complete with tabletop grill or a premium bundle with a 5-burner grill. Get 1 ticket for stopping by, 3 with test driver service, and 5 with vehicle purchase. Drawing April 25th at 1 p.m. sharp. Deals for Wheels on now at Roswell Honda, 2177 West 2nd.
You can't hunt camels in Arizona, but you can buy them. They go for about $10 a pack. Here's Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 19 minutes after 9 o'clock, and joining us now officially in studio from the Roswell Chamber of Commerce, Gary Thrine back with us. Good morning, Gary.
Morning.
How's life in your world this morning?
Optimistically fantastic.
It is nice out. The wind's going to get a little, but weather-wise, not too bad. Temperature-wise, not too bad.
Got to see an antelope driving in here this morning. So, it's a good day. Always like seeing the creatures.
Yeah, every once in a while, if you catch them, depending on where you live, if you got some fields out there, you can catch a little herd of them out there traipsing across the desert or whatever out there.
Right.
So, yeah. It does happen depending on where you live from time to time. But, of course, for folks who don't know, Gary joins us every couple weeks from the Roswell Chamber and gives us an update on different events that are happening through the Chamber. A lot of the Chamber businesses have various activities from it could be a grand opening to a ribbon cutting to a business after hours. And so we've got usually a bevy of events each time Gary's on to invite you to. And no different here. The red coats, they're going to have to, I think their dry cleaning bill is going to get up a little bit because they're going to be putting that coat on a few more times than this month, it sounds like. So,
right.
So that's a good thing, though. We got.
That's an excellent thing.
Yeah, absolutely. So I guess just kind of start there. Where do you want to pick your poison? Where do you want to start here?
Oh my! Well, let's do a roll up. We did had an awesome business after hours at Pasta Cafe on the 16th.
Yeah, they were celebrating the whole Cattle Baron 50th anniversary.
Yeah. Yes, and and then following that, this next month in May on the 14th is going to be the 50th anniversary at Farley's.
Very good.
From 5:30 to 7.
And that'll be at the Roswell Farley's.
Right, the Roswell Farley's at 1315 North Main Street.
Very good.
So that I'm going to get my pen out so I can check stuff off as I go through the list here. But no, we've had a really busy April, and May is looking like it's going to be just as busy. We've had some new members join. Since the 1st of April, we've had Southeastern New Mexico Down Syndrome Foundation.
Okay.
Has joined, and that sounds like they do a lot of great stuff
I wonder if, I haven't heard for a minute, but they used to do the buddy walks every year, and they would.
I believe they still do.
Good.
I believe that was something that he did mention when he came to the office and signed up and everything. And then, of course, we have the Not of This World flag football featuring the Sling It and Fling It.
All right.
Sorry, Brandon, for that comment earlier. But that's going to be coming up. The kickoff for that is going to be the weekend of the 22nd. We're actually going to do a ribbon cutting for them at 3:50 in the afternoon out at Silo Grande.
And that's May 22nd weekend?
May 22nd weekend.
Okay.
And so on May 22nd is when we'll do that ribbon cutting.
All right.
And I believe everything else just flows naturally after that for the rest of the weekend.
Kick in right after that. So, yeah.
We've had some returning members.
Good.
I'm really happy about that. We have the Roswell Literacy Council.
Awesome.
Has returned.
They do a lot of great work over there.
And the Chavez County Veterans Association.
Awesome.
And and then also Anderson Bethany Funeral Home.
Oh, great.
Has returned. But we have an interesting new remote member that once everything gets settled and everything, will be moving to Roswell, and then they'll become a full-fledged member.
Remote temporarily.
It's Weird Magazine.
Okay.
Weird Magazine, and currently based in Austin, Texas.
Okay.
But is going to start publishing over here and partnering up with folks to get it.
I believe that person's also trying to do a radio
Yes,
show.
I believe he is.
Yeah, because I heard a little bit about this through our radio sides.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
so I've heard a little bit about it. Okay.
And so we posted last week in the Weekly Blast, we posted some of his covers for the June and July cover of the magazine. But he's going to be sending us stuff to put out. So
great.
One thing I do want to, speaking of the Friday Blast, one thing I would like to mention, we are thinking about, and I want to get some feedback on this, but we are thinking about breaking the Weekly Blast into two sections. One earlier in the week for the business level and remote and nonprofit folks, and then on Friday will be the tiered levels.
It's gotten so popular, we need to break it up into 2 days.
Because it's getting so long, and we already have started asking folks to send us new stuff at least every 4 weeks.
Well, we don't want it to turn into the yellow pages where you I got to devote an hour of my day to read that.
Right. When you get down to the bottom and it says click here to see entire message. Yeah, I'd like to get away from that, but at the same time, I still want to make sure that we get everybody's information out.
But it's a good problem to have. We got so much going on.
Exactly.
So we're going to have to basically expand those blasts to multiple times a week here, basically.
Right. And we're bringing back the Lunch and Learns.
Great.
We have one scheduled on the first one is scheduled on the 12th of May, which is a Tuesday. And that will be from 11:30 to 12:45, and that is about 401k and other human interest topics, and free to merchants.
Okay.
And then we have one towards the end of the month on the 21st of May, and that's also a busy day ribbon-wise. But the 21st of May, also from 11:30 to 12:45, is going to be the subject is becoming a supplier for WHIP.
Okay.
And that is also free to merchants. That's a way to get in on those government contracts.
Absolutely.
And so they're going to come and explain everything to us. So from there, let's get into the ribbon cuttings that we have scheduled. We have had a lot of requests. And folks, I do ask that you send me a written copy before I put everything into the calendar and lock it down, just to prevent anybody saying, hey, no, I sent my stuff in. Well, I keep a very strict calendar on that. And so at 5:30 p.m. on the 7th of May, we have out at the college, ENMUR, we have a dedication of the Health Science Center expansion on 75 University Boulevard.
Excellent, yeah.
And we had a couple of ribbon cuttings that had to move off of that day, and they are going to be on the 21st, and that is the Buzz Buggy.
Oh, cool.
And Macias Electric, they're going to be at 5:30 down at the Backdraft Barbecue.
Okay.
On 301 North Railroad Avenue.
Kind of here downtown.
And so, yeah, I'm kind of looking like it's not going to be a business after hours. It's just going to be a double ribbon cutting.
Okay.
So, kind of 2 for 1. But come out.
Come and meet the owners.
Yeah, come meet
learn
the
about their
owners.
businesses
And I believe they're going to be giving out some knickknacks and stuff.
Sure.
So,
and it is
really,
a barbecue place. Stick around and eat some barbecue.
Exactly. Exactly. And then, of course, I've already mentioned it, but don't forget the business after hours and ribbon cutting on the 14th of May at Farley's.
Yes.
If you want to reach us and get a hold of us, I'd like you to contact us at www.roswellnm.org. We had somebody from Roswell, Georgia yesterday, and when I said, could you go to the website, roswellnm.org, and he was like, what's the NM for? And I said, New Mexico, and he goes, well, I'm in Georgia.
Well, I hear that Roswell, Georgia's lovely, but we're not there.
I said, well, I do have a spectacular remote membership program. He goes, no, I think I'll stay in Georgia.
Well, who never goes.
And then the chamber phone is 575-623-5695 is the landline. And then my membership cell phone is 575-626-4008. And that, so far for the month of May, that pretty much covers everything. I just want to point out we've had a lot of new members and a lot of returning members for folks that I think they're finally starting to recover from COVID, and so folks are coming back. I'm giving them a holler and saying, "Hey, been a while since you've been a member of the family. I'd like to invite you to come back." And
life is back, starting to be back pre-normal. COVID
exactly,
level, which is
and
a good thing.
Always looking for more red coats.
Absolutely.
It's a great way to represent your company, and especially for all these new companies
or network or social
organization.
Too.
Exactly.
Like for instance, maybe you're retired and looking for some free time and things, and become a member of the chamber and be a red coat and come serve that way, and you come meet new people and do all that kind of stuff. So,
exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
It's a great opportunity, and we're always looking for great members to be a part of the Red Coats. I always say it is by far the class of the chamber. They come in with and they really are the face of the chamber when it comes to, creating, welcoming new businesses and creating business events and things. You see the folks in the red coat, something's going on over there. So come be a part of that. Always looking. And to be honest, we're getting to, we have it to where there's multiple events. And so we have like red coat teams because there's so many events and not everybody can go to all the events. So it's like, okay, well, if you can cover this event, then, between our stable of red coats, we can make sure every single event's covered.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
And I would eventually like to have 3 teams.
Yeah.
So like when we have all of these events, I can, team 1 go to this event, team 2 go to that event,
right.
And that way I can kind of double book occasionally.
Exactly.
So,
we can make some of the, but it takes more volunteers to do all that. So please reach out if you'd love to do it. And of course, if your business or organization would like to be a member at the chamber, please don't hesitate to call Gary or reach out or have Gary come visit you and talk about the different ways we can help your business or organization. We have something for everyone, whether you're a Fortune 500 company or you're working remotely off your computer at your house. We can help you do that, or somewhere in between. We can help you do that. And don't forget, organization, nonprofit stuff too. All the time we have chamber members that want to get involved in nonprofits and they're looking for things. And so we say, well, we got several nonprofit members that love support like that, and we can help you put all those together too. So nonprofits, if you're looking to get a footprint for your organization as well too, the chamber can help do that too, or partner you with businesses to that are looking to be more community driven in their business. We can help with all that. So.
Exactly. And remember, you can always get a hold of me by my cell phone, 575-626-4008, because I am only one person and I do like to go out and meet our members and talk to members. So if I'm not there at the chamber, I always put a sign on the front door that says with my cell phone number, we're 15 miles long, 5 miles wide. I can get back there in just a few minutes.
Yep, but we don't have the Star Trek beaming over to places yet.
Yeah, so. Not yet.
Not that technology.
Not yet. I'm looking forward to
physically
that.
get in a vehicle and get there. So. Again, come by the office. You can go on to the Chamber's website. You can certainly call the chamber or follow over the Roswell Chamber on Facebook or Instagram. Those are great, or LinkedIn. Those are great ways to get a hold of us here.
Absolutely.
Good deal. And come on out, see us at their events, and we got them. And if you don't get our those blasts that Gary was talking about, shoot him an email and say, hey, I want to make sure I get on those Friday and soon to be second date blasts here each. If you're not already getting those, and we make sure you can get that every Friday and date to be determined for second one. All those different events that are coming up and everything. And if you're a chamber member and want to get your events in there, reach out to Gary to get that done and set up. So.
And I would like to emphasize, please give me a call or come by the chamber so that you can reserve your spot for those lunch and learns.
Absolutely.
So we know how much food to order.
Absolutely.
So that everybody gets a chance. It is a lunch and learn.
Absolutely.
So I want to feed you, but I don't want to order food for 45 people if I'm only going to have 10 people show up.
Yeah.
So
otherwise, everyone's doing a lot of eating. You cannot leave till the food is gone. I'm just
exactly.
Gary, as always, appreciate the visit. We'll see you here next time, and I guess put some rocks in your pocket. Maybe a chin strap for the hat today. It might get a little windy.
Exactly.
We'll see you. It is 9:33. Let's pause for news. Sean Hannity update sports as well. We'll be back on the other side. Don't go away. You're listening to Mornings with Mike Winters.
With SRN News, I'm Rich Thomason in Washington. Democrats are one step closer to taking the closely divided U.S. House in the fall. Virginians have narrowly voted for a new congressional map, likely giving the Democrats 4 additional congressional seats. Fresh attacks in the Strait of Hormuz. Iran attacked and damaged a cargo vessel, and then went after 2 other ships as well. This happened after President Trump extended the ceasefire deadline indefinitely. However, the president is maintaining the U.S. blockade on all Iranian ports. The Southern Poverty Law Center has been indicted on federal fraud charges. The Justice Department alleging the SPLC defrauded donors by using their money to fund the very extremism that it claims to be fighting. On Wall Street, stocks higher this morning. The Dow is up 431 points. NASDAQ ahead 296. More details, srnnews.com.
Your morning cup of Sean. This is the Sean Hannity Morning Minute.
He seems to be the one in with the guns, emerging as the most powerful guy in Iran. He doesn't want a deal. And by any standard, but He's considered more radical than maybe even the regime that was there before. Putting this guy with such a bloody, murderous record at the top of the Revolutionary Guard Corps confirms the regime is not moderating under pressure. On the contrary, they're going to double down on men on careers of people who have been built on hostage-taking, assassination, domestic repression, and torture and of people. And by any standard, he is considered as radical as the regime's hardline elite that was in power.
The conservative underground meets later today on the Sean Hannity Show.
You know, there's something big Americans keep forgetting about. You know, behind the news cycles, behind the tariff wars, the conflicts, war, ICE raids here at home, behind all of this, there's an uncomfortable truth that we need to admit. We do have $39 trillion in debt as a country. That is a ticking time bomb. That's over $355,000 per U.S. taxpayer. So I want you to ask yourself, are you truly protected from this pending disaster? If not, you may want to call my friends over at Goldco. Now, Goldco, I'm a customer. They're the #1 gold and silver company in the business, and thousands of Americans are using Goldco to hedge their risk. They want you to be an informed investor, get their free 2026 gold and silver guide, and learn how you can get 10% off in bonus gold or silver while supplies last. Call now, 855-815-GOLD, or just go to HannityGold.com. That's 855-815-GOLD or HannityGold.com.
It's time for the Chaves County Sports Report. It was a tough game yesterday for the Roswell Coyotes baseball squad, losing at home against Carlsbad 13-1. Roswell's now 10-12 on the season, 1-2 in district play. And they'll host Carlsbad this Friday. And after that, there's only 2 more games in the regular season for Roswell. That'll be next week against Clovis. Meanwhile, yesterday, NMMI destroyed Dexter 15-2. McKeehee Phillips for the Colts, a home run and 3 RBIs. And it was Gateway Christian on Monday knocking off Dora, no problems, 14-3 for the Warriors, who are now 7-0 in district play. They'll play a doubleheader at Floyd Friday afternoon starting at 2 o'clock, although there's still plenty of regular season games left for Gateway. The Sports Report brought to you by DSI. Call DSI for all your office technology needs. I'm Eric Butler at Roswell's Talk FM 106.5.
Spring has sprung, and with the weather warming up, road trip season will soon be here. Make sure your ride is road ready by springing by the service department at Roswell Hyundai. Their team of experts can check your battery and suspension absolutely free. And with their AC inspection and performance test, which includes a multi-point inspection and performance test, brake and tire check, and fluid top-off for only $124.99, the adventure will stay cool. Get road ready for spring with the service department at Roswell Hyundai, 1909 West 2nd. Call 575-623-6850 or visit RoswellHyundai.com.
I have a snake for your drain. You might want to step back.
Oh no, baby.
All AC units moke a little. Is normal.
Oh no, baby.
Aha! Now your sprinkler system's strong like bull.
Come on now. Don't let any fool work on your plumbing and air conditioning.
Fergalicious.
From clogged drains to sprinkler systems, Fergie's Plumbing and Heating is on the job. And who are you going to call for air filters and spring servicing on your AC unit?
Fergalicious.
Call Fergie's today, 622-2660. Nothing but love.
Fergalicious.
Spring cleaning isn't just for your house, it's for your life. If your job is getting old, it's time to clear the clutter and spring into IT. Go to My Computer Career.
My Computer Career helped me get the skills and certifications I needed to start a new life as an IT professional in months, not years.
Earn the certifications the top employers are looking for right now. Visit mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation to see if it's time to spring into IT. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
Straight Talk Wireless presents Pickup Truck Wisdom.
If you're only good to your new friends, you're not going to have any old ones. Straight Talk gets it. That's why new and existing customers get free 5G phones on Verizon's 5G network. Pretty simple, really. You keep good people by being good people.
Find us at straighttalk.com and Walmart. Straight Talk Wireless. Straightforward. Always. Taxes and fees apply. Plan purchase required for free phone offers. Copyright 2026 Verizon.
The inventor of Pringles is buried in a Pringles can. I wonder if they got their hands stuck putting him in there. Here's Mike Winters.
And good morning. It is 9:39, and we got a few minutes here before the top of the show. So Tamara Schubert with the Extension Office joined us yesterday, gives an update on things. So here is our interview we had yesterday with Tamara Schubert from the Chaves County Extension Office. We'll do this to wrap up the show. Enjoy. Us in the studio this morning from the Chaves County Extension Office. Tamara Schubert back with us this morning. Good morning, Tamara.
Good morning.
How are you today?
Fabulous. How are you?
Good, doing good. Kind of nice weather. I wish it was rain. I mean, we got a little rain, sort of, kind of.
So we have ag days out at the fairgrounds this week, so I'm happy it's not raining right now.
But I like this overcast.
Yes, it is super nice.
Yeah, so it's a nice to get. Now it's going to get a little windy later, allegedly. But anyway, so talk a little bit about ag days. What's going on out there?
So through the Extension Office, we work with every third grade group in the county. So private school, county schools, Dexter, Hagerman, all the above, and they come out for Ag Explore Days. So that started yesterday and will continue today.
So they get kind of like life in the farm and ranch industry.
So they go through different sections. And so like yesterday, they learned about chili peppers and what really makes chili peppers hot.
And then they ate some and they all went home with heartburn.
Well, and so they learned what to drink when that's the case. Yes. But they go through different farm and ranch stations, learn about the animals, the things. DOT came out and helped us out yesterday along with Ag in the Classroom.
Cool.
And so Thursday and Friday this week, we will have every fourth grade student out.
Okay.
So homeschool, private school, all the county schools and RISD will come out and explore Progressive Ag Safety Days with us.
So they get to go out there and see a little life out there and have fun. And then and obviously we want to this is why 4-H, FFA, these organizations exist. We want to cultivate, pun intended, the these youth into careers in pursuing life in the farm and ranching industry. Yeah, we're going to need the next generation to carry the baton to feed the world that we have this global problem of more people, less people making food.
And even understanding the simple concept of where that food comes from.
Sure.
Right? That it doesn't just come from mom and dad, and it doesn't just come from Walmart.
Or DoorDash
it starts somewhere, right? Before it gets there. Yeah.
And so so yes, making that awareness, but at the same time, saying, hey, seeing the tradition, seeing the, and whereas, unfortunately, we're seeing more and more families retire from, as the next generation's not doing it. We're going to need someone to pick up these mantles and things. And so maybe it's a kid at that ag days here in third or fourth grade learning, where their food came from and learn about the science behind it. So that's good stuff. Love it. So good deal. Now, that being said, I imagine, this time of year with, graduations around the corner, this is kind of that. It's kind of like the calm before the storm season a little bit, isn't it? Where, it's always busy, but in terms of like the 4-H and that calendar, like this fair season is going to be firing up here in the summer. So it's kind of like that transition into seasons a little bit for you guys.
We do. So spring kicks off a lot of things for us. We just welcomed home a couple of teams that had some 4-H contests over at the state. So we brought home the first place pasture range management team.
Okay.
Last couple of weeks, and then we also brought home the first place home site team for our senior kiddos that came.
So explain this to me like a because I am. But kind of what are those kids? What do they work on when it comes to those categories?
So the 4-H contests are held in conjunction, at least those are, with the FFA contests that are up there. And so they've gone through practices and trainings all year. These two particular contests are more about land and range.
Gotcha.
Right. Weeds, cattle management,
kind of in
all
the
that kind of
science
stuff.
And that's why I was like, I knew this is kind of, pardon the pun, in the weeds a little
in the weeds,
bit.
Yes.
But so I was just kind of, let me clarify that. This is bigger deal. This is kind of the science and this is these are some pretty bright kids is what I'm trying to point
absolutely.
out here. Yeah.
So we were super excited and proud of those kiddos coming back.
In first place, and we're going to need them, put them to work. You've seen our dirt out here. They need some help.
Absolutely.
We need some management. Well, that's awesome. Good for them. Good deal. And I'm going to take a guess. If they're at that, and that level and interest at this point, I'm seeing those kids probably are have a passion and a pursuit, and this might, if they're not directly in that field as adults, they're probably going to be adjacent to it in some way, shape,
absolutely.
or form.
So some of these kiddos started in the 4-H program back when they were 8-9 years old.
Gotcha.
So they've been doing it for a little while. Some of them come from farm and ranch families that are around
so they
town.
kind of live it.
Yes.
They and makes sense. So good for them. Awesome. Congratulations. Hey, you can be a part of that too. That's the beauty of 4-H. These and whether you're, starting out very young and we start in that Clover Blood program, or if you're a little bit older and you can kind of transition into, depending on what age you are, but really up through teenagers, you can even start. I know you might feel like you're behind the 8 ball a little bit, but you're not.
But jump in and come join us.
Jump in any time, and we can get you, especially if you're wanting to learn about, because regardless of what your passions are in 4-H, if you're into computers or into farm and ranch or shooting sports or whatever, it doesn't matter. You still kind of learn like procedural stuff, Robert's rules, parliamentary procedure, conducting meetings, leadership, all these ancillary skills that translate to multiple things, regardless of what you decide to do as an adult, whether you're a painter or a farmer or in the military, doesn't matter. All of that, it translates.
So at the core of 4-H, we have what we call our targeting life skills model. That's where our 4-H's come in, our hands, our head, our heart, our health. And it is focused on some of those leadership, citizenship, decision-making skills, emotions management, all of those kind of things fall into any of our 4-H programs.
Gotcha. So that's regardless of all that. So yes, if you're 14 or 15, you're saying, hey, I just kind of find out about this 4-H stuff. Don't think, no, it's not too late for you. Come on down.
Come out and join us.
Come be, or if you've had friends that have been doing it for years and they've been kind of, you should do it, dude. Come on down. Come try it out. So, is there any other 4-H stuff or any of that we want to cover? Do we want to move on to some of the
so there's a couple other things going on with 4-H and youth-wise. So Tractor Supply is having their Clover campaign sell.
Okay.
So this will run through May the 3rd. And so at the cash register, you can buy your paper clovers and stuff like that. That money goes back to helping our kids attend some of these events.
Excellent. So it's kind of like a scholarship program for some of these.
It's
younger.
$1 or something at the register, and that comes back to the kids. We use it to help fund some of the cost of these trips that our youth go on.
Sure.
We just came back with 9 kids from our youth leadership retreat this last weekend up at Glorieta Adventure Camps. So it's really a weekend even for my 9 to 11, 12, 13-year-olds to go learn about some leadership skills. And so it really helps cover some of the expenses on that end.
And that way it really allows these kids to participate where sometimes that may have burdened the family where that child may not have been able to go. And so now that child does not miss that. What really at the end of the day is the whole point of being in the thing, is to experience these things.
Absolutely.
And if they don't get to do that, then why are you here? So please come on by Tractor Supply. What's the dates on that again?
So it'll run through May the 3rd.
Okay, so it's now through May 3rd.
It started this last week, and it'll run through May the 3rd.
So, Star Wars nerds, May the 4th not be with you. Go through the May 3rd.
Yes.
Before May the 4th.
Yeah, buy those Clover cells. Yeah. Yes.
Good deal. And support 4-H there. Good deal. What else we got?
So on the 4-H side, it's really just that time that our kids are getting their livestock, things like that.
Okay.
Starting some judging contests as we head into summer. We've got, the rest of those 4-H events and stuff going on with County Fair coming up in July. So it's really the time that kids are still finishing those judging practices, working on some projects and club projects and getting
spend a lot of time
going.
in the pens grooming and keeping
absolutely.
and raising and like you said, getting the animals ready for show and getting themselves ready for show.
Yes, which both need work, right?
Absolutely. Well, I imagine it's kind of like in some ways no different than like pairs figure skating or any 2-person synchronized because there's a dance to it,
Yes, there is.
Even if it's dancing with a ballroom dancing or something, because at the end of the day, you're leading, but it's based on the animal too, because you as the lead have to know what your animal will do and not do and how you can get them to do that. And
look the best for the judge on that particular day.
Yeah. And then I don't know about y'all, but as an animal, when people start touching me in places I won't be touched, I'm going to be, what's going on, dude? That's for you as the trainer. I have to don't let them touch there.
Desensitize.
Because I ain't going to lie. If somebody just grabbed me and bit me like that, I'm like, hey, you buy me a drink first. Joking. But anyway, that's pretty cool. So please, if you're interested, come out, learn about it. And then, again, 4-H has a whole bunch of side of things, too, that has nothing to do with the animals. So if you're not into the showing the animals lap, but you're like, I love computers or I love, many other aspects, there's so many different groups and parts that you can join as part of 4-H here.
Right. If they're looking for a place to dive off, 4-H Day at the library is a great opportunity to kind of just get your feet wet, kind of see what some of the projects are. We are out at the Roswell Public Library the second Wednesday of every month.
Yep.
So in May, we're actually exploring leathercraft. So if they're interested in learning a little bit more about that and what they do in that project, it's a great opportunity to jump out.
Absolutely. And then
out there and kind of see.
And then for folks outside of Roswell, you guys also do the Dexter.
We go to Hagerman.
Hagerman,
and I think it's the 15th of this month, I believe.
Very good. So you can catch, 2 versions of it if you want to, go up. Go to Hagerman, or vice versa if you're in Hagerman when it come to Roswell.
Yeah, Hagerman with their school schedule, we hit them on Fridays, and typically it's the third Friday. That's why I think it's May the 15th, and we hit them about 9:00 in the morning.
Very good. So, but just another opportunity for folks if you want. As far as Extension Club, is there some stuff we want to get on people's radar there?
Yeah. So with our extension clubs, always looking for new members, right? If anybody's interested in joining in, they are having their spring social on Saturday, May the 2nd at 10 o'clock in the morning. So it's a great opportunity to come out. We have one of our volunteers coming in and doing paper crafts and greeting cards. So they can make some things while they're out there, but really visit with the members about what extension is and how to get involved.
Absolutely. It's, as you and I have mentioned jokingly many times, it's kind of like 4-H for adults, where it's really an opportunity for adults that, especially if you have a shared interest or skill, you get to kind of do that. But then you find people that also have that, and you can find that common ground. And so, like right now, there's, with the extension clubs, sewing and quilting, those are pretty heavily right now. We have
some sewing and quilting clubs. Our clubs also are the ones that choose the extension trainings that we put on every year. So we just wrapped up a fruit leather lab. I think our next one is sublimation. So it's a great opportunity to come learn some new skills as well as socialize and do some community service. So our extension clubs provide our books for newborns at the hospitals on a monthly basis. And so that gives really new parents a ton of research-based information. Along with new books for their kiddos.
Yeah, last time I checked, your kid does not come with an owner's manual.
No, unfortunately not, right?
This is that version of that.
Yeah, so they do that. Some of our groups put together some nursing cover-ups that are donated there as well. And then some of our new groups are making aprons and things like that for comfort keepers.
Good deal.
And so it's a great way to get involved in the community and learn a little bit more.
And another way too is if you have enough people, enough interest, and there's not a club that kind of you talk, let's start a new extension of the extension club and say, hey, whatever that is, maybe it's a group playing chess or a group doing some other art and craft or lapidary or I don't know, pick your thing, or maybe it's just a group that has an interest in pinochle. I don't know, but whatever.
And even if it's just a group that's interested in learning more or socializing with each other, we can provide all the goodies in between.
Yeah. But maybe turn it into a TED Talk group where you just we meet once a week or once a month, and we just invite various guests in to tell us and learn us something.
Absolutely,
whatever that is, But anyway, come bring your ideas. Come be a part. The Extension Club, we have a lot of great stuff there, but the more people involved, the more it can be offered is kind of how it is. So it's kind of, as the community invests in it, the more we can do with it. So come on down, ask more about it here. And then, of course, with the Extension office in New Digs, I mean, you can actually, some of the facilities and things you have now are more conducive to having, meeting spaces and various club meetings and things there. So come on down, check it out. And then, come see. It's still got new office smell, right?
Yes, they do. Yep.
So are you guys, I'm assuming at this point you're like full integrated in there, right? There's no remnants of the old office.
No,
you guys are.
No, we
got to go back and pull that file out.
No,
man.
We're fully over. I still need to move our outside containers and trailers and stuff, but everything else is moved over.
Is it nice? Does it still feel like you come to work and you're like, this is way better than the old place?
Absolutely. We are super blessed to have the new facility, and it does open us up to do some other classes and stuff that.
Yeah. So yes, come see the new office. If nothing else, come down. And then, and then of course too, don't forget, if you have all your soil and questions and all that, is there anything on the ag side as far as classes or anything that we need to put on people's radar?
Yeah, so we are getting to the end of where our soil temperature is reaching 60 almost across the county.
I'm getting your emails every day, and we're like right at that 59,
we are right
60,
at that
61, depending on where you're at.
Yeah.
It appears to me like Hagerman and Dexter seem a little warmer than Roswell.
Hagerman has been a little warmer here lately in their soil temperatures, but it is getting pretty close to be able to be planted outside.
It's that part in Braveheart where he's like,
hold, wait. Yeah, so we're getting super close to the end of that. The Master Gardeners will be having their plant sale on May the 2nd.
Okay.
Starting at 8. So they've been propagating some plants and getting ready for that. They will have a few plant stands and tools and things like that available out there as well. But those funds go back into the Master Gardener program.
So these plant like seedlings to grow, or are they
they're ones that have already been started?
Gotcha. So
some of them have been started. Maybe some of them are a little bit more mature than others, but most of them have been living in the greenhouse.
Obviously, all of them are going to be what grows well in the spring, May time frame here.
Yeah.
So they wouldn't do you dirty and be like, nope, these are good for the fall.
Well, and for the most part, a lot of them come out of our educational triangle garden.
Gotcha.
So some of them are really planned for New Mexico.
Makes sense. And, well, they are master gardeners. They kind of know what they're doing.
Yes, sir.
Very cool. But that'll be May 2nd. So if
May
you want
the
to get
2nd at 8.
So please buy some plants, support them. And to be honest, it's got a good start. You know, it's had great people here.
Great people watching over it.
Just follow the instructions and keep along, and then you could be that. Say, yep, I'm a master gardener too. See what I grow.
Come check it out.
Very good.
Even if you've got planting and gardening questions, it's a great time to visit.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, it's a great time. And of course, if the master gardeners are always looking for more folks to be a part of it. If you love gardening and things like that, good chance to sit down and talk with them. And who knows, maybe next year you'll be at the sale on the other side of the table.
Yeah.
I grew this one.
So if they're interested in gardening, the other place to find us is Gardening at the Library.
Yes.
So for May, it'll be on the Saturday, the 16th at 10. And we're going to do a youth heavy program for May and June. So we're going to
involved, yes.
Explore all about roots and how they help and what we want to look for in the roots. And we've got some cool activities to do.
I'm telling you right
kids.
now, and this is, I think I'd be better at it if like someone, because I did when I was a kid. I remember getting like the styrofoam cup and putting the little pea or whatever it was, and we're growing our first little plant and doing all that, and I had success, and then it went south. And I think if someone just would have kept at me, I would have, because once I got discouraged, I was like,
you were done.
Yeah. And I gotta be honest, to this day I'm like, I can't grow things, and I think I pigeonholed myself in that young day. So come to this thing, but then nurture it. When they're done with the plants and things, come and if it doesn't go, so no problem. Let's get back on the horse. Go grab another thing. Let's try again. And, but put them back on the horse is all I'm saying.
Yeah. So May and June for Gardening at the Library are going to be kid focused.
Okay.
So it's a great time to come out with the kiddos and
good deal.
Maybe
and
learn
course,
a little bit along the way.
That's about time they'll be getting out of school and summeritis, and everybody's full of energy. Parents are like, oh, how am I going to get through the next 2 months?
Yeah, bring them out. Come see us.
Absolutely. Is there anything else we wanted to make sure we covered? Or we get it all?
The only thing that's left on our radar on the radio. There you go. NMSU will be in town. They're having their annual NMSU Bound event. On April the 25th. So coming up this weekend.
That's this Saturday. Yeah.
Yeah. So any of those kiddos that are headed to New Mexico State in the fall, it's a great time to talk with some of our advisors and recruitment officers, figure out maybe what we haven't got done yet in preparation for the fall.
Absolutely, yeah. Kind of a checklist here, last minute. All right, here we got this done. Oh, we still need to do this, and of course, getting you ready. So when that summer and all that, when it comes to time when you're worrying more about having the right clothes, furniture, all the stuff it takes to move.
What do I need to do? Yeah, what paperwork have I not done?
Yeah.
What do I need to take into consideration for housing? All of the above. Yeah.
Now lock it down. So when you get there, yes, your barracks hat or your dorm barracks. I'm military.
I know what this is.
Yeah, your dorm admin. Oh, I do have a class schedule. Oh, I do have an advisor I can meet in the morning. I know where their office is.
Absolutely.
And get then get it too. At that time, you're going to be your first time separating. You're worrying about what's life going to be like, what's my friends going to be like. You're so worried about that side. And then, yes, like you said, the classes, the important side. So take advantage of that this Saturday.
Yeah.
That way you can focus on, transition, your big life transition when it's time to happen.
Yeah. So it's going to kick off at 11:30. So they'll have some food trucks